Chapter 1035, Not My Match 1. Trash, you're no match for me. Dealing with you is just a waste of time. The white tiger looked at the devil seal in front of it impatiently. He's too exaggerated. That's right, Mr. White. He came from that space. No matter what, no one here can deal with him, right? These people did not quite believe White Tiger's words. Although that expert was very powerful, Mr. White called him master. However, after all, that expert was not dealing with the demons from that space. Now that White Tiger had said such words, these people only felt that he was exaggerating. Ha ha ha, what a joke. Since that's the case, I'll let you see what true strength is. In an instant, the demonic seal disappeared on the spot. In the next second, the magic seal appeared in front of the White Tiger. Go to hell! Imogene's fist smashed toward the White Tiger's chest. Tisk! However, in the next second, Imogene's eyes widened. This was because his fist, which was filled with power, was actually easily received by the White Tiger. Why, what was going on? How did this happen? Imogene looked at his fist in disbelief. How could there be anyone on this continent who could withstand a punch from him? Ignorant. After the White Tiger finished speaking, it enlarged its hand. Ah! Instantly, the devil's seal let out a miserable cry. Damn it! After sensing the danger, Forbidden Magic did not think twice, and instantly used its teleportation skill. In an instant, the magic seal in front of him disappeared. TSK, a little trash. Since he ran away, I can't be bothered to chase after him. The White Tiger looked at the place where the devil's seal disappeared in disdain. This scene made everyone present so shocked that they were speechless. Is this true? Am I not seeing things? Just now, the devil's seal had been so aggressive that it had even killed their country ruler. In the end, he had actually disappeared on the spot in an instant. Wasn't this the expert from that space? You don't have to worry about your king. After White Tiger finished speaking, he walked to the side of the Jade Nether Kingdom's king, who should have been dead. Buzz. Not long after, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king slowly opened his eyes. This is simply too terrifying. This old man has never seen the art of reviving the dead. He had actually met her here today. Mr. White is too powerful. This scene completely convinced everyone present. Meanwhile, Imogene, who had returned to the demon race, was panting heavily. Senior brother, you're back. The Jade Nether Kingdom must have been settled. Ha ha ha, I know that you're so powerful. Isn't it just a matter of minutes to resolve the Jade Nether Kingdom? When Sacred Lord Demonic Flame saw the return of the seal, he immediately smiled and welcomed them. Shut up. Imogene glared at him. What's wrong? Sacred Lord Demonic Flame asked as she watched Imogene walk away. That's impossible. It's just a small Jade Nether Kingdom. It's impossible for senior brother to run into a wall there. The demon god Saintus was also very confused. His senior brother should not have such an expression. Let's put the Jade Nether Kingdom matter aside for now. My condition hasn't been too good recently. He should deal with Xiao Changtian first. After a short while, the forbidden devil suddenly spoke. He had never expected that such a powerful person would appear in the Jade Nether Kingdom. Did that person come from the same place as him? Otherwise, how could he have such powerful strength? Since he couldn't touch the Jade Nether Kingdom for the time being, he would first deal with the Xiao Changtian mentioned by Mo Yen and Mo Shun. He did not believe that there would be a second person on this continent who could defeat him. The news of the demonic seal being taken away instantly spread to the prophecy pavilion. Ha ha ha. It seems that Senior really doesn't take that person seriously. When the pavilion master of the secret pavilion heard this news, he could not help but smile. He had originally thought that Senior would be more or less nervous because of that demon. He didn't expect that Senior didn't even take that demon seriously. This attack on the Jade Nether Kingdom had actually caused him to be defeated by a Senior's pet and return dejectedly. This was simply too laughable. It seems that we don't need to pay too much attention to this matter. Since Senior has already taken care of everything, then we'll just wait to see the demons make a fool of themselves. On the other side, Xiao Changtian was lying in the courtyard, lazily basking in the sun. How good would it be if I didn't have a mission? Although my strength isn't strong, I'm still a big boss now. Moreover, I have someone to protect me. In fact, if there was no system, Xiao Changtian felt that this kind of life was quite good. At that moment, within the demon race, after the magic seal was repaired, they once again embarked on their journey. This time, he arrived at Starry Town very quickly. However, this time, he did not plan to go to the Jade Nether Kingdom like last time. This time, he had specially disguised himself as a mortal. He would first go to the Glorious Star restaurant to see what the situation was before making the rest of his plans. Hey sir, please don't stand in the middle and block the way, okay? However, just as Emogene stood straight in the Glorious Star restaurant and observed the situation around him, a voice suddenly interrupted his thoughts. Do you know who I am? Emogene looked impatiently at the white beast who had just spoken. This guy actually dared to say that he was blocking the way in the middle. Was he tired of living? Ahaha, this customer, if you have a VIP reservation, then you can go directly to the second floor. The white beast had been in the Glorious Star restaurant for a long time and had seen all kinds of guests. The white beast had seen many of such creatures before. However, just as the magic seal was about to unleash its power, it suddenly remembered that it had disguised itself as a mortal. Since he was a mortal, this person in front of him would definitely not be able to guess his identity. Forget it. What did you mean by feeding my ass? When the white beast heard this, he smiled and explained, It's a VIP room. Sir, do you need it? If you need it, I can bring you up now. Looking at the person in front of him dressed luxuriously, although his strength seemed to be that of a mortal, he definitely had money in his pocket. Then you can go over to me. This time he wanted to observe the strength of these people. By the way, where is your boss now? This customer. We can't reveal the boss location for the time being unless you have an appointment. Chapter 1036. Xiao Changtian was finished 1. Why do you have so many rules here? Impatience appeared on Emogene's face once again. Alright, you can leave first. Because of the lesson from last time, the Devil Seal did not dare to be as arrogant as before. At this moment, Xiao Changtian, who was lying in the courtyard, thought of the 3 pets he had chased away. I wonder how the 3 of them are doing. Could something have happened? Although Xiao Changtian had chased the 3 of them away, he was still full of affection for them. Naturally, he didn't want any accidents to happen to them. He let them out this time because he wanted to gain some experience. System, do you know what's going on with the 3 of them? Ding. Host, do you want to know? Nonsense, if I didn't want to know, why would I ask you? Ding. The system can provide the host with a free teleportation opportunity. The host can successfully teleport within 5 kilometers of one of them. Hearing this, Xiao Changtian sat up straight. Yo! I didn't expect you to take the initiative to give me a free meal after such a long time. This really shocked Xiao Changtian. However, Xiao Changtian changed his mind. The 3 of them were probably in the back of the mountain. The system said that they were 5 kilometers away. Perhaps after the teleportation, he would still be in the small courtyard. Xiao Changtian sneered after he thought it through. Then send me there. Let me see where you can send me to. Ding. There will be a delay in this teleportation. Please wait patiently. Xiao Changtian shook his head disapprovingly. It seemed that the system was making fun of him. At this moment, after observing the magic seal on the second floor of the Glorious Star restaurant, he did not find the most powerful person. Humph. Xiao Changtian, do you really think I can't find you just because you're hiding? Before the Devil Seal came, he had made ample preparations. He knew that other than the Glorious Star Tower, Xiao Changtian also had his own small courtyard. Since he was not here now, he must be in his small courtyard. Without hesitation, Emogene quickly moved toward the courtyard. After waiting for a while, Xiao Changtian, who didn't see the system's reaction, sneered again. I knew this thing of yours was unreliable. However, at this moment, the Devil Seal appeared at the entrance of the small courtyard. Cough, I think you must be Xiao Changtian. Emogene didn't care and swaggered in. He had been watching from afar, and Xiao Changtian didn't look that powerful. Although he could not see through his cultivation, Emogene felt that his strength was not that strong. Who are you? Xiao Changtian frowned when he saw how arrogant Emojin was. Why did this person look so annoying? You don't need to care who I am. You just need to know that I'm here today to take your life. Emojin looked at Xiao Changtian with disdain. In his heart, he thought that Emo Yen and Emo Shun were really trash. Such trash was actually worth his time. He had to teach them a good lesson when he went back. Hee, I think you're just an idiot. Although Xiao Changtian had a good temper, he wouldn't let others bully him like this. The man in front of him wanted to take his life the moment he came up. How could he tolerate this? Bang! However, Emojin didn't waste any time and instantly attacked Xiao Changtian. However, just as Xiao Changtian was about to charge forward fearlessly, he disappeared from where he was. Ha ha ha. I thought you were really strong. In the end, I didn't even have the chance to use all my strength in this attack, and there was already no smoke left. Looking at the place where Xiao Changtian disappeared, Emojin revealed a disdainful smile. This kind of thing is still worth the demonic flame, and the demon god wasting so much time. He just a piece of trash. Emojin, who was in a good mood, didn't stay in Xiao Changshan's courtyard for long. He quickly flew back to the demons. Xiao Changtian, who had been teleported to the Jade Nether Kingdom, was furious. F***ck. What a system you have. You didn't teleport earlier or later, but you chose to teleport when I was fighting with him. Do you really think I can't beat him? Xiao Changtian shouted angrily at the system. That fellow had already provoked him like this, and he had run away just like that. Wasn't this clearly letting others know that he was a coward? Ding! This is your own choice, host. You said you wanted to teleport, and I'm just carrying out a mission. Besides, didn't I say before that there will be a delay in this teleportation? Facing Xiao Changshan's anger, the system was very innocent. You're really good. This made Xiao Changtian, who was already angry, even angrier. But why does this place look so familiar? Xiao Changtian was a little confused as he looked at the noisy scene around him. Aya, isn't this the Jade Nether Kingdom? Why did you send me here? System, you're not playing tricks, are you? How could Xiao Changtian believe the animals he released? To be able to run so far and come to this place. Ding! The system was 100% sure that one of them was here, and in the palace of the Jade Nether Kingdom. Xiao Changtian felt relieved when he heard that it was in the palace. Since he didn't know who was in the palace, it meant that he didn't come here by himself. It must have been someone from the Jade Nether Kingdom's imperial family, who went to the back of their mountain and watched as they were pitifully picked up and brought home to be raised. Sigh, what a worrisome thing. Let's hurry up and bring him home. Since he was already here, he had to find who it was. After all, those were the little animals given by the stingy system. He had raised them for such a long time, and had developed feelings for them. On the other side, Emojin happily returned to the demon race. Senior brother, looking at you, is it resolved? This time, Sacred Lord Demonic Flame carefully observed the demonic seal, not letting go of any expression on his face. Ha ha ha, Demonic Flame, it's just a small piece of trash. You guys actually dealt with it for so long. I have to say, the Demon Lord has nurtured you. But in the end, you're not up to par at all. Looking at the Devil God and Devil Flame in front of him, Emojin could not help but teach. Senior brother, you said that we are too disappointing. Although the two of them were lectured by him like this, they were still overjoyed. That was because Xiao Changtian, who had been a headache for the demon race for so long, had finally been dealt with. This was simply a joyous occasion. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1037. 3 months 1. Within the Jade Underworld Kingdom, Xiao Changtian spent a lot of effort to reach the Jade Nether Kingdom's palace. Because last time, Xiao Changtian left in a hurry and didn't have any interactions with them. It wasn't easy for him to bribe the guard before he came in. I wonder where that guy is. Just as Xiao Changtian was about to start searching, Patriarch Divine Feather suddenly walked towards him. Hiss! Wasn't that the old man from last time? Patriarch Divine Feather had received a summons from the Jade Nether Kingdom's king, saying that he had something extremely important to attend to, and that he needed to make a trip there personally. However, he did not expect to run into the kid from last time in the Imperial Palace. You. Stop. Why are you here? Do you know what this place is? The moment Divine Feather saw Xiao Changtian, he immediately called out to him. Why do you care why I'm here? Of course, I'm here to do something. Xiao Changtian was furious when he thought of the previous incident. This old man was in cahoots with those people, and was not a good person. Hee, you actually dare to be so arrogant in the Jade Kingdom's Imperial Palace. Men, quickly arrest this person who broke into the palace and put him in jail. As soon as Patriarch Divine Feather finished speaking, many soldiers surged out from the surroundings. F***ck, you old fogey, you're simply being unreasonable. Xiao Changtian didn't expect that this time. It was for real. If it was just him alone, he could still handle it. But now there were so many soldiers. He was not their match. Hurry up and suppress him. If you disturb the ruler, none of you will be able to escape. With a single command from Patriarch Divine Feather, these soldiers surrounded Xiao Changtian. All right, you will regret this. As desolate Changtian reluctantly followed the soldiers, he glared at Forefather Divine Feather. Tisk, you'll never be able to get out of prison. Do you really think that every dog has its day? Patriarch Divine Feather, on the other hand, gave him a disdainful look before walking towards the Jade Nether Kingdom's main hall. When Forefather Divine Feather arrived at the main hall, he discovered that the white tiger was already waiting there. Mr. White, could it be that it's already our sex's turn? The moment Forefather Divine Feather saw the white tiger, he immediately ran over like a lackey. Yes, you are the last one left. When you are done, I will prepare to leave. Although White Tiger was very busy these 2 days, he was also very bored. That was because they were the guardian divine beasts of the sect. As soon as he went over, those divine beasts willingly submitted. In other words, it only took 2 days for the White Tiger to conquer the Jade Nether Kingdom's divine beast. And these divine beasts were the most precious things of these sections. Controlling these divine beasts was equivalent to controlling these sections. At this moment the demons, Mo Jin was discussing the plan with Mo Shun and Mo Yen. He was prepared to bring some demons with him and take down the Jade Nether Kingdom in 2 days. As for Mo Yen and Mo Shun, their biggest threat, Xiao Changtian, had already been resolved. Then the remaining Jade Nether Kingdom would not be a problem at all. Except for Mr. White, who suddenly appeared. Sir Devil Flame, I heard that Mr. White from the Jade Nether Kingdom is leaving today. At this moment a voice sounded. Ha ha ha, the heavens are on my side. I didn't expect Mr. White to leave so soon. Then our plan will definitely go smoothly this time. The magic seal had been thinking about how to deal with Mr. White. Unexpectedly, he did not have to think about it anymore. Haha, senior brother. Then we'll congratulate you first. That's right, senior brother. This time no matter what we'll definitely win. At that time, in the Jade Underworld Kingdom's prison, Xiao Changtian squatted in the corner of the cell with a gloomy face. Damn it, that old man is from the Divine Feather sect. Good heavens, I'll remember your Divine Feather sect now. No wonder Shinzhong was bullied there. It turned out that the people from the Divine Feather sect were not good people. System, can you give me another teleportation so that I can send it out? Ding! This skill had a cooldown of 3 months. Huh! Hearing the system's words, Xiao Changtian was so angry that he almost vomited blood. 3 months. He had finally thought of resting for a few days, but in the end, he had to do this. Hey little brother, I don't know how you got in. At this moment, the old man who was squatting at the side slowly crawled to Xiao Changshan's side. Haha, I came here purely out of luck. Thinking of that old man, Xiao Changtian got angry. Unlucky, little brother. Those who can be locked in here have committed unforgivable crimes. You're too unlucky. Haha. However, Xiao Changtian didn't want to bother with the old man in front of him. Little brother, don't look at me like this. Back then, when I was outside, I was a big shot. If it wasn't for the accident, I wouldn't be in this state now. After saying this, the old man suddenly lowered his voice. Let me tell you a secret. I have people outside. The devil race is about to attack the Jade Nether Kingdom. At that time, we can take advantage of the chaos to escape. Originally, Xiao Changtian wasn't interested in what he said. However, when he heard that he could get out, Xiao Changtian immediately perked up. Oh brother, I wonder if this news is reliable? Little brother, just believe me. I have people outside. This news is 100% reliable. Haha, little brother, when you go out, you can follow me. Although my strength isn't very strong, it won't be a problem for me to deal with their Divine Feather sect. That old man had been here for so many years, and no one was willing to speak to him at all. Today, he had finally met someone who could talk. How could he let go of this opportunity? What can you do to Forefather Divine Feather? Haha, forget about Forefather Divine Feather. After I get out, the Divine Feather sect will be destroyed by them. The old man looked at Xiao Changtian and said passionately, Little brother, from the looks of it, you were locked up by that Divine Feather ancestor, right? Xiao Changtian glanced at the giant and nodded. Little brother, I knew that Forefather Divine Feather wasn't a good person. Don't worry, as long as you follow me, I'll help you kill him. Xiao Changtian felt helpless in the face of the old man's enthusiasm. If this old man was really so powerful, why would he be locked up here? He should just wait and see when he could find an opportunity to escape. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1038. There is Heaven's Will in the Unknowns 1. Before the White Tiger left, the demons did not release any news of attacking the Jade Nether Kingdom. Therefore, the people of the Jade Nether Kingdom did not know what kind of disaster would befall them after the White Tiger left. At this moment, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king and his party were sending off the White Tiger. Mr. Bai, if you're free, you should come often. That's right. Our Radiant sect welcomes you at any time. Us too. We welcome you as a guest at any time. Most of the people who watched the White Tiger's back view passionately were also very reluctant to part with it. After all, the benefits of interacting with such a powerful being were self-evident. Alright, since Mr. White has left, don't forget to come to the hall tomorrow to discuss our defense. Before the White Tiger left, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king had specially asked, what if that demon dared to come here again? After White Tiger heard this, he replied that it was fate. Actually, White Tiger did not want to answer this question. After he left, the Jade Nether Kingdom had nothing to do with him anymore. He didn't have to waste so much time meddling in other people's business. On the other side, the demons were also fully prepared to set off tomorrow. This was because the Jade Nether Kingdom could be considered the largest and most powerful country on this continent. If they could take down this country, it would be equivalent to ruling half of the continent. The remaining small countries would definitely not dare to struggle. Therefore, they had to take down the Jade Nether Kingdom this time. The next day arrived very quickly. Just as the Jade Nether Kingdom's king gathered these people to discuss matters, the demons had already set off. Reporting country ruler, bad news, bad news. What is it? Hurry up and tell me. Can't you see that we're discussing the right thing? Seeing that person act so rashly, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king could not help but berate him. No, the devil race. That devil race is attacking with the devil race. They are at the city gate now. What? Upon hearing this, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king immediately stood up from his stool. At the same time, a bolt of lightning struck his mind. The thing he was most afraid of had come. How could this be? I didn't expect that demon to dare to come again. That's right. He hadn't expected that he would still remember the last time Mr. White had beaten him up. But what should we do now that Mr. White is gone? For a moment, the hall was in chaos. Everyone, don't be anxious. Mr. White said before he left that there's always fate. This means that we won't be hurt this time. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king consoled everyone on the stage. Ha, there's Heaven's Will in the dark? Ha, what a joke. At this moment, the Devil's Seal appeared on the square outside the hall. Jade Nether Kingdom's king. Today is the day your Jade Nether Kingdom dies. All of you little trash, come out quickly. Mo Jean, who was standing in the middle of the square, looked at the people who had come out of the hall with excitement. In fact, he was not a big deal in that space. It could even be said that they were the weakest. However, it was different here. Even if he was trashed there was almost no one on this continent who could deal with him. And he couldn't find a chance to practice at that place. Looking at these people, Emojin felt that he could finally torture these people to his heart's content. Damn it, why is he here again? Now that Mr. White is gone, what should we do? This was because they had all witnessed the strength of the demonic seal in front of them last time. Other than Mr. White, none of them were his match. I'm telling you, don't be arrogant anymore. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king stared at the demonic seal before him with a solemn expression. He trusted Mr. White. He believed that even if the magic seal came, it wouldn't do anything to them. However, in the next second, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king felt his body lighten. In an instant, he arrived in front of the demonic seal. I didn't expect that by guy to be so capable. You, a dead person, can actually be resurrected. Emojin grabbed the Jade Nether Kingdom's king by the neck. You wait. Although Mr. White had left, he had left a message. This time, you won't succeed no matter what. Ha ha ha, won't you know if he'll succeed or not? Emojin laughed out loud and snapped the Jade Nether Kingdom's king's neck. As for the Jade Nether Kingdom's king, he closed his eyes once again. There was only one thought in his mind before he died. And that was, how did he die again? Country ruler. Country ruler. Seeing this scene, those people in the distance were all furious. This devil seal was simply extremely arrogant. On the other side, after the magic seal arrived, all the soldiers in the prison rushed to the main hall. What happened? Was it really as the old man said? Looking at the soldiers walking away, Xiao Changshan's face was filled with hope. Ha ha ha. This old man said that we would definitely be able to escape this time. Little Xiao, hurry up and follow me. After the old man finished speaking, he pulled Xiao Changtian and prepared to escape. Little Xiao, do you have any plans after we get out? The old man looked at Xiao Changtian and asked. Xiao Changtian was prepared to go back first, and then look for the spiritual tree seeds. Originally, he came here to look for his pet. He did not expect the system to tell him that his pet had left yesterday. This made Xiao Changshan's chest hurt again. Therefore, Xiao Changtian was prepared to go there immediately. Aya, little Xiao, why don't you follow me after we get out? Anyway, you're just a mortal. There are many people in our place who can protect you. Seeing that Xiao Changtian didn't finish, the old man continued. You have to know that if you go to our place, you won't have to worry for the rest of your life. Moreover, no one will dare to bully you in the future. It was not easy for the old man to get a person to chat with. Although he was a mortal, it would definitely be good to kidnap him. Haha, brother. Thank you for your kindness, but I still have something to do at home. When I'm done, I'll look for you. Xiao Changtian looked at the old man in front of him and smiled. He had been listening to this old man's words for the past few days, and his ears were about to get calluses. He did not want to stay with this old man in the future. Alright, this is my message, Jade Slip. If you want to come and find me, let me know. Ha ha ha, little Xiao, there's only someone waiting for me outside. Take care. After leaving, the old man disappeared in an instant. Xiao Changtian threw his message Jade Slip into the space and didn't pay much attention to it. Chapter 1039. That's a senior one. After all, now that the Jade Nether Kingdom had heard that there was a war going on ahead, it was better for him to run as quickly as possible. F***CK, this road is actually blocked, and we have to go from the front. Xiao Changtian looked angrily at the soldiers who surrounded the road. Forget it. Let's go. Xiao Changtian then ran towards the road in the distance. At this moment, the devil seal was currently slaughtering people in the square. Against the cultivators of these sects, the devil seal did not show any mercy. Ha ha ha, from today onwards, your Jade Nether Kingdom belongs to my demon race. Looking at how Emojin was killing wantonly, whether it was the ancestor or the sect master standing in the distance, they could only watch his actions helplessly, because they knew that even if they went up, nothing good would happen. Going up would only be sending him to his death. Hey, what should we do now? Wouldn't our Jade Nether Kingdom be finished this time? When Patriarch Effulgent saw this scene, his heart turned cold. Sigh. Old Ancestor Effulgent, why don't we form an array and fight it out with him? Patriarch Divine Feather suddenly suggested. That's right. Since we're going to die anyway, we might as well fight it out with him. I agree. Even if we die, it's worth it. At least we fought him. That's right. Add me in too. At this moment, the sect masters and cultivators of the other small sects all looked at the devilish restriction in the distance with indignation and excitement. Hiss, since that's the case, why don't we make a decision? Good. Let's form the Godslayer Great Array. Although we don't know if it will work on that demonic seal, we have to give it our all. Seeing everyone working together, Patriarch Effulgent and the others were very touched. As for Xiao Changtian, he hurried and finally arrived at a place not far from the square. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Xiao Changtian was not only running as fast as he could, but he was also constantly worried that there would be soldiers chasing after him. We should be able to reach it after passing through this square. Looking at the people who were fighting to the death in the square, Xiao Changtian sighed. These people are really terrifying. I'd better run quickly. Don't get me involved later. However, when Xiao Changtian was halfway there, his eyes suddenly turned. He looked at the figure who was fighting in the middle of the square. Good heavens, isn't that the old man from last time? Seeing that old man, Xiao Changshan's anger rose. Damn it, I didn't expect to meet him here. I don't care. This grudge. What do you mean I want to take back the money? Because in Xiao Changshan's eyes, this crazy old man was not a good person. Since he wanted to take his life, he would let him know how powerful he was. At this moment, the people in the distance were all ready. Next, I will count down from 3. When we are ready, we will attack together. The leader, Patriarch Effulgent, shouted loudly. 3, 2. Wait a minute, Patriarch Effulgent. You seem to see someone charging up. At this moment, someone shouted. Who is it? How dare you? That's right, you don't want to live anymore, right? Looking at the tiny figure in the distance, anger appeared on everyone's faces. This person was simply causing trouble. Didn't they know that they were preparing to set up a grand array? He actually rushed forward so rashly. Wasn't this courting death? Damn it. It's actually that guy. However, the sharp-eyed old ancestor Divine Feather was the first to recognize that person as Xiao Changtian. He was wondering why that back looked so familiar. So it was that damn thing. God. You know him, Forefather Divine Feather? Not only do I know him, I was the one who put him in jail. Looking at Xiao Changshan's charging figure, the forefather of Divine Feather was furious. What did you just say, Forefather God Feather? However, at that moment, Patriarch Brightshine and Patriarch Yaolin, who were standing at the side, trembled. He stared at Forefather Divine Feather in disbelief. I say, that fellow might be here to cause trouble. Just 2 days ago, I even sent him to our Jade Nether Kingdom's prison. However, he did not expect that this fellow would actually take the opportunity to run around. He even ran over there to court death. Forefather Divine Feather didn't seem to realize that something was wrong. Instead, he attacked Xiao Changtian fiercely. Just as Patriarch Divine Feather was engrossed in his speech, Patriarch Effulgent slapped him. Caught off guard, Forefather Divine Feather fell to the ground from the slap. Patriarch Divine Feather. Are you stupid? This time, you've caused a huge disaster. Forefather Effulgent nearly fainted when he heard what Forefather Divine Feather said. That's right, old ancestor Mingyao naturally saw it clearly. The person who came was Xiao Changtian, the senior they had worked so hard to find. And this senior had actually been locked up in the Jade Nether Kingdom's prison by Patriarch Divine Feather. This time, no matter what, senior would definitely bear a grudge against them. This damned Forefather Divine Feather was simply in big trouble. No, old ancestor Effulgent, why did you hit me? Patriarch Divine Feather, who was sitting to the side, felt his head buzz from the slap. At the same time, he looked at Patriarch Effulgent in confusion. Why was Patriarch Effulgent acting crazy at this moment? You still have the cheek to ask. IF King. Patriarch Effulgent, calm down, calm down. Everyone present stopped him when they saw that he was about to attack Forefather Divine Feather again. Patriarch Divine Feather. The person you locked up in prison is the senior we couldn't find no matter how hard we tried. When Patriarch Divine Plume heard this, a thunderclap instantly rang in his mind. No, I'm not. Impossible, this was absolutely impossible. How could it be him? With that, Patriarch Divine Feather cast his gaze toward the distant plaza in disbelief. At this moment, Xiao Changtian quietly walked behind the demonic seal. Ha ha ha, you little trash, come quickly. I'm still waiting to clean you up. Emojin didn't notice Xiao Changtian, who was quietly walking over. Hee hee, you old man, who are you calling a little trash? Xiao Changtian laughed coldly behind Emojin. Who is it? This sound gave Emojin, who was feeling extremely pleased with himself, a huge fright. You're that Xiao Changtian. You didn't die. Impossible. That day, you were clearly beaten to death by me. How could he be standing here unscathed? Emojin widened his eyes and looked at Xiao Changtian in disbelief. At this moment he was so shocked that he could not think. Chapter 1040, Completely Finished 1. Jade Nether Kingdom on the plaza. Xiao Changtian looked at the devil seal in front of him with disdain. A person like you can still beat me until my soul is scattered? Haha, how laughable. After Xiao Changtian finished speaking, he spat at him in disdain. Today, I'll let you know that I'm not such a pushover. Xiao Changtian didn't hesitate to step forward and use strangle to knock Emojin to the ground. Pa! 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 Xiao Changtian rode on Emojin's body and gave him a beating. In an instant the devil seal, which had been incomparably glorious just a moment ago, was beaten into a pig's head. Old bastard! Look at how you still have the face to be arrogant after being beaten like this. Xiao Changtian had killed him. After all, it was the old man who said he wanted to kill him first. Fortunately, he had some cultivation. If he didn't have any cultivation, he might really have been beaten to death by this old man in front of him. Therefore, Xiao Changtian had no intention of letting him go. This is simply too terrifying. Seeing this scene, everyone in the distance widened their eyes. Pa! Pa! Just as everyone was rendered speechless by the shock, they heard Patriarch Divine Feather smacking his face. What a sin! I deserve to die. How could I offend Senior? I really deserve to die. Patriarch Divine Feather looked at the distant scene with regret. He really regretted his attitude towards Xiao Changtian. He was really old and muddle-headed before. He actually thought that a mortal could come to his mercenary group to cause trouble. He actually thought that a mortal could enter the Jade Nether Kingdom. At the thought of this, Patriarch Divine Feather slapped himself a few more times in regret. At this moment, Emojin was beaten into a bloody mess. Don't! Stop fighting! Emojin had never thought that the person in front of him would ride on his body, and he would not have the slightest chance to resist. Moreover, even if the magic seal wanted to use magic power, it seemed to be severely suppressed. In the end, Emojin could not help but grit his teeth, and finally took out a teleportation artifact. Hey! Good heavens, he actually ran away again. The next time I see him, I definitely won't let him off. Because Xiao Changshan's hand was hurting, he was about to stop and take a break when the devil seal suddenly disappeared. Forget it, let's hurry back. It was really unlucky to run into that old man from the Divine Feather sect again. After saying that, Xiao Changtian left without looking back. Senior is leaving. Senior is leaving. Seeing Xiao Changtian leave, these people finally reacted. Thus, these people chased after Xiao Changtian without even turning back. Senior! Senior, please wait. That's right. Senior, please wait. The people present immediately chased after Xiao Changtian, who was not far away. However, Xiao Changtian, who was walking, looked at the group of people behind him and shook his head helplessly. These people are simply too crazy. However, where is the senior they are calling? Why didn't I see it? Xiao Changtian then looked around. Senior, I didn't expect you to come and save us this time. They saw Patriarch Effulgent, who had finally squeezed his way out of the crowd, walk forward excitedly. What? This? Xiao Changtian never thought that these people would call him? Were these people really alright? You must have mistaken me for someone else. I'm not a senior. Even though Patriarch Effulgent had called him senior previously, he still had a reason to explain the reason. However, now that so many people were calling him senior, Xiao Changtian was also very confused. Senior, don't be so humble. We all saw what happened just now. That's right. Your figure is simply too mighty. We've never seen such a powerful person. Xiao Changtian was even more confused after hearing everyone's flattery. Didn't he just deal with an old man? Why did these people have such a big reaction? Haha, everyone, I think you're mistaken. That old man just now didn't have any strength. He's trash. These people must have thought that the old man just now was some powerful person. She had only seen his true colors. Don't be fooled by his appearance. Although he looks very powerful, he's actually a paper tiger. Xiao Changtian didn't want to receive so much flattery for no reason. He was just a small piece of trash. As the saying goes, the higher you stand, the worse you fall. If he was said to be so strong by them, if he were to fail, he would definitely be scolded. Thinking of his miserable state, Xiao Changtian shivered. Senior, of course we know that he is just trash to you. Senior, don't be humble anymore. That's right, Senior. Don't be modest. In the entire continent, besides Xiao Changtian, Mr. White was probably the only person who could destroy the magic seal like that. I'm really not being humble. Xiao Changtian didn't expect that they would worship him even more after his explanation. Forget it, forget it. Since you're all like this, I'll leave first. Don't disturb me. Xiao Changtian was helpless. He had better run. Plop. However, just as Xiao Changtian was about to turn around and ignore these people, suddenly, Patriarch Divine Feather knelt before Xiao Changtian. Ah! This shocked Xiao Changtian once again. Were these people crazy? Senior, I apologize for my previous actions. I really didn't recognize you. Patriarch Divine Feather looked at Xiao Changtian with regret. He no longer prayed for Xiao Changtian to forgive him. He only prayed for him to release the Divine Feather sect. He only needed to punish him for this matter. You, don't be like this. I can't take it. Xiao Changtian looked at Forefather Divine Feather helplessly. Why didn't he realize that this person was so crazy before? No wonder he treated her like that before. There must be something wrong with this old man's brain. It would be meaningless if Xiao Changtian continued to argue with such a person. You better get up quickly. And you guys, since you treat me as your senior, don't stop me from going back. After Xiao Changtian finished speaking, he left without turning back. We're done for. We're completely finished this time. Looking at Xiao Changshan's back, the Divine Feather ancestor left behind tears of regret. When the others saw this, they glared angrily at Patriarch Divine Feather. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1041. Come and Save Me 1. Senior left in such a rage because of you, Forefather Divine Feather. That's right. This time, you'll become a sinner for eternity. Ah, Forefather God Feather, you truly disappoint us. Because Xiao Changtian didn't look too good when he left, these people didn't dare to chase after him. Thus, they could only curse at Forefather Divine Feather for a while before gradually dispersing. At this moment, after the devil seal was teleported back to the devil race in an instant, it panted heavily. Hurry! Quick, let the demonic flame carry me back, save me. Because he was teleported to the entrance of the demon race, Mo Jin could only shout at the guards at the door. Who are you? Why did you call our Lord Mo Yen by his name? However, the demonic seal was already badly mutilated, and its original appearance could not be seen clearly. Therefore, the guard looked at him with a guarded expression. After all, these few days were an important period for them to attack the Jade Nether Kingdom. They could not afford to have any mishaps now. You! Cough 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 cough. Mo Jin was lying on the ground and could not hold on any longer. In addition, he was angered by the guard in front of him. In an instant, a pool of blood was coughed out by the demonic seal. I'm warning you. Don't think that I'll let you in just like that. Without Lord Mo Yan's orders, you absolutely cannot enter. The guard finally understood that the person in front of him was definitely a spy sent by the enemy. He wanted to use his miserable state to make her let him in. This way, he could not let the person in front of him succeed. Then Imogen fainted from anger. Then, looking at the fainted Imogen, the guard snorted coldly. I've long seen through this little trick. After the guard finished speaking, he went over and threw the magic seal into the grass at the side. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame, who was in the main hall, soon learned that Xiao Changtian wasn't dead, and that the demonic seal was broken. We're done for. It was over. Didn't senior brother say that he had already killed Xiao Changtian? How could this happen? What was going on? Mo Yen, let's not be anxious here. I heard that senior brother has already teleported back. We didn't see him here either. Then, the two of them quickly gathered the entire demon race to find the demon seal that had been teleported back. Did you find senior brother Imogen at the door? Not long after, Xiao Changtian arrived at the entrance of the demon race. Reporting to Lord Mo Yen, I didn't find Lord Imogen's figure. I did find a suspicious person, but I've already taken care of him. The guard from before stood straight. Well done. However, you must pay attention to senior martial brother Imogen's whereabouts. Since there was nothing here, he had to hurry to the next place to look for it. By then, Xiao Changtian had already returned to the glorious Star Tower. Although the people from the Jade Nether Kingdom did not follow them, they quickly found out that Xiao Changtian was the owner of the Glorious Star Restaurant. Hence, the commotion in Glorious Star Restaurant reached a climax once again under the push of these people. Meanwhile, in the secret pavilion, the pavilion master and the Great Elder were extremely excited, because they knew that Senior would definitely handle this matter well. Great Elder, Senior Xiao said that he has something to tell you, and wants you to make a trip to his small courtyard. At this moment a voice rang out. Ha, Great Elder, quickly go. Not long after, the Great Elder arrived at Xiao Changshan's courtyard. Senior, are you there? Standing in front of Xiao Changshan's courtyard, and looking at the empty courtyard, the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets was puzzled. Bang! Come in. Xiao Changtian peeked his head out of the room, and carefully observed for a while before pulling the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets in. Senior, what happened? Looking at Xiao Changshan's state, the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets was even more confused. He had never seen Senior like this before. First Elder, don't mention it. It's because of what happened last time that I said I really didn't have that much ability. In the end, those people didn't believe me, and even chased me to my Glorious Star Restaurant. Sigh. Hearing Xiao Changshan's complaint, the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets reacted quickly. Senior was such a low-profile person, but those people actually came over so brazenly. He must be furious. If Senior were to chase these people away, then the character he had maintained for so long would definitely collapse. That was why Senior was so distressed when facing those people. Sigh, Senior, although they don't know, I understand. Looking at Xiao Changshan's bitter face, the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets nodded his head in sympathy. Sigh, I told you there was someone who understood. Xiao Changtian knew that not everyone was like those people. The Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion understood him, and knew that he was not very strong. Those people were just blindly jeering. Great Elder, I'm looking for you this time, because I want to obtain information about the next spirit tree seed. However, I have a presumptuous request. The only person Xiao Changtian could think of was the secret pavilion, although he didn't know if the secret pavilion would help him. However, Xiao Changtian still wanted to ask. Senior, your matter is my matter. Just say it. Hey, can you help me chase these people away while I'm looking for the spirit tree seed? The Prophecy Pavilion's reputation must have been known to all these sections. If the Prophecy Pavilion's first elder were to make a move, these people would definitely leave. And I can take advantage of this time to lie low. Ha, Senior. What are you saying? Isn't it just to help you chase these people away? It's a piece of cake. Looking at Xiao Changtian, the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets knew. Senior definitely did not want to reveal his identity, as an expert to the public so quickly. You're still the most reliable. Xiao Changtian looked at the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets, touched. Senior, please wait here first. I'll go and get the news of a spirit tree seed for you now. At that time, outside the demon race, Mo Jin, who had been unconscious in the grass for 2 days, finally woke up slowly. Demon, Mo Yen, I'm in the bushes outside the door. Come and save me. After waking up, Mo Jin used all his strength to take out the message jade slip. It's Senior Brother. A message from Senior Brother. After receiving the news, Mo Yen brought his men to this place very quickly. They had searched for a long time in the fiend race, but they still could not find the fiend seal. They thought that something had happened. These past few days, Mo Yen and Mo Shun had been extremely anxious. Senior Brother. Senior Brother. When Mo Yen saw the bloody figure in the grass, she was shocked. Was this really his invincible Senior Brother? How did it become like this? If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know. Report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Lord Mo Yen, you don't know. At that time, that spy was covered in blood and wanted to gain my sympathy. But how could I fall for such a trick? Thus, I quickly threw him into the grass at the side. Ha ha ha, Lord Mo Yen. I'm afraid that spy has long been scared away. After he was on duty, he went to the bushes to take a look. There was no one there, not even a corpse. Ha ha ha, kid, come forward. After hearing this, Mo Jin laughed instead of getting angry. When the guard saw this, he was delighted. Could it be that he had really gotten rid of a troublesome spy? Is Senior Brother Demon Flame going to reward me? He was simply too happy. When he received the reward, he definitely wouldn't have to go to the door in the future. Come a little closer. Sir, do you have any rewards? In the end, the guard could not help but laugh out loud. Yes, of course there will be a reward. In an instant, Mo Jin broke his neck with a smile. Mo Yen, from today onwards, we must increase the strength of every Mo. Yes. However, that Xiao Changtian is really evil. Although I couldn't deal with him this time, I don't believe that no one in this world can deal with him. When Mo Jin thought of Xiao Changtian, his body started to tremble uncontrollably. Moreover, his face was in extreme pain. Senior Brother, do you want to hire helpers to deal with Xiao Changtian? Sacred Lord Demonic Flame's eyes lit up. Now, I know that I am no longer Xiao Changshan's opponent, but I don't believe that Xiao Changtian is so powerful. If I can call that gentleman over, I'm afraid that Xiao Changtian will be instantly killed. Mo Jin looked into the distance and narrowed his eyes. At that time, Xiao Changtian was riding on a big snail, and it didn't take long for them to arrive. You snail, did you secretly speed up when I was sleeping? Looking at the huge snail beside him, Xiao Changtian was a little suspicious. It was hard not to be suspicious that he was able to run so quickly on such a long road. Woo! However, the snail was so scared that he broke out in a cold sweat. Was he going to be discovered? Forget it. Anyway, none of the things given by the system are reliable. This snail is fast. It's purely my illusion. Xiao Changtian didn't think much of it, because there was a large mountain road ahead, and there were many steep slopes on this road. Therefore, Xiao Changtian was prepared to walk over. It wasn't far ahead anyway. However, Xiao Changtian had just walked a short distance when he suddenly heard a scream. You damn thing! How dare you touch my sister? I'll fight it out with you. Xiao Changtian turned around and saw a man fighting a wolf in front of him. Not far away, a woman covered in blood leaned weakly against a tree. Save me. However, just when Xiao Changtian wanted to mind his own business, the woman seemed to have seen Xiao Changtian. So she asked Xiao Changtian for help in a hoarse voice. Forget it. He's such a pitiful person. I should save him myself. Then, Xiao Changtian took out a herb from his space, crushed it and spat on it. The weak woman beside him was slightly surprised when she saw this. The injuries he suffered were not something that could be resolved with that little bit of medicinal herbs. However, in the next second, the woman changed her mind. She could feel a warm current flowing through the area covered by the herbs. Not long after, his wounds healed. Because she was too excited, she did not notice that the hidden injuries in her body had all disappeared. Sister, don't worry. I've already taken care of that wolf. At this moment, the man from earlier ran over excitedly. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1043. Lin Hu and Lin Xiao won. However, when the man returned to his original spot, he saw Xiao Changtian beside his sister. Who are you? What are you trying to do next to my sister? Looking at Xiao Changtian, the man was on guard. Brother, don't misunderstand. If he hadn't saved me just now, I would have died from excessive blood loss. If you don't believe me, look. My wound is almost healed under his bandaging. Seeing her brother like this, the woman immediately explained. Brother, don't misunderstand. I'm just here to help. Oh, haha, so it's a misunderstanding. I didn't expect you to be such a good person. When he heard that Xiao Changtian wasn't a bad guy, a smile appeared on his face. Little brother, my name is Lin Hu. I wonder what your name is. I didn't expect your medical skills to be so amazing. When the man spoke, he didn't forget to look at Xiao Changtian. The kid in front of him did not seem to have any cultivation, but he did not expect him to have some medical skills. Moreover, his medical skills seemed to be very high. Brother Lin Hu, my name is Xiao Changtian. My medical skills are only superficial. It could only treat these small injuries. Brother Xiao, you're too kind. If it wasn't for you, my sister would have died. Why don't you come back with me? Lin Hu didn't just want to thank a person who was skilled in medicine. He also wanted to rope him in. Yeah, Brother Xiao Changtian, I'm Lin Xiao. Why don't you come back with us? I don't think you're from the Northland. Lin Xiao didn't know why, but looking at Xiao Changshan's handsome figure, her face felt a little hot. Since the two of you are so enthusiastic, I'm sorry to reject you. Xiao Changtian had originally wanted to find a place to stay in the Northern Kingdom and ask around about that place. Now the two of them were inviting him. Judging from their clothes, their family conditions must not be too bad. It would be fine if he followed them. Haha, Brother Xiao, come with us. Then, under Lin Hu's lead, Xiao Changtian followed the two of them to the Northern Kingdom. The Northern Kingdom did not look as big as the Jade Nether Kingdom, but it looked very prosperous. Brother Xiao, we're here. My father hasn't been home for the past few days. Otherwise, I would have introduced you to my father. After a while, the two of them brought Xiao Changtian to the entrance of the Lin mansion. Brother Xiao Changtian, come with me first. You can stay in the courtyard next to me for the next few days. Lin Xiao looked at Xiao Changtian with a smile. In fact, her actions were mixed with selfishness. Anything is fine with me. Xiao Changtian and Lin, who had no objections to this matter. Thus, Xiao Changtian settled down in this place. In the next few days, Xiao Changtian asked about the town where the spiritual tree seed was located. However, what surprised Xiao Changtian was that no matter who he asked, they didn't know that there was such a town in the north. That's strange. Why doesn't anyone know where this town is? This was because the map only indicated that it was in the Northland and did not specify where the town was. Brother Xiao Changtian, are you still worried about this? At this moment, Lin Xiao suddenly appeared in front of him. Haha, Brother Xiao Changtian, don't worry. You saved my life. My brother has already sent someone to ask for you. There should be news soon. Hahaha, Xiao Xiao, thank you so much. After a few days of contact, Xiao Changtian found that the girl in front of him was very lively and cute. Every time he talked to her, she would make herself very happy. Xiao 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 Xiao. Hurry up, Dad is back. At this moment Lin Hu's voice sounded. Big brother Xiao Changtian, I'll go see Daddy first. After hearing that her father had returned, Lin Xiao's expression turned a little ugly. At this moment Lin Xiao's father, Lin Hai, walked in with a dignified expression. Father, you're back. Father, you're back. The two of them looked at Lin Hai respectfully. Xiao Hu, I have a piece of very good news this time. After Lin Hai finished speaking, he even looked at the young red-robed man behind him. This is Hong Hui, a high-level physician I invited from the Jade Nether Kingdom. Why don't the two of you hurry up and say hello? Looking at the disdainful Hong Hui behind their father, although the two of them felt a little disgusted, they still did as he said. Ha ha ha, Brother Lin. This must be your daughter. I didn't expect your daughter to be so good-looking. Just as the two of them greeted him, Hong Hui looked at Lin Xiao playfully, and even wanted to touch her. Ha ha ha, Dr. Hong, this is my daughter. My daughter is not talented, so please don't despise her. Seeing Hong Hui show such interest in his daughter, he was surprised. Lin Hai immediately smiled and said, Ha ha ha, why would I despise your daughter? What are you talking about? Oh right, Dr. Hong, let's not just stand here. Why don't we go in and talk? Then, Lin Hai brought them to Lin Xiao's courtyard. Brother Hong, this is Xiao Er's room. Why don't you stay in the courtyard next door tonight? Lin Hai had never thought that his own daughter would be able to attract Dr. Hong. This was simply a good thing that fell from the sky. If he could get his daughter to rope Dr. Hong in, no one in the northern country would dare to bully the Lin family. But father, someone is already living in this courtyard. Lin Xiao looked at Hai Lin, and immediately replied, What? Wasn't this courtyard uninhabited in the past? Why is someone living here now? Hearing this, Lin Hai's expression instantly became serious. Father, when we were climbing the back mountain, we almost lost our lives. A doctor saved us, so we let him stay here to thank him. Lin Hu explained immediately when he saw Lin Hai's expression. How could he not see what his father was up to? It was just that he did not have the ability to stop it now. That flashy man in red didn't look like a good person. Physician? Interesting. I'd like to see what level of physician he is. After hearing this, Hong Hui walked into the courtyard with a disdainful expression. You. Lin Xiao's face was full of anger as she watched Red Hui swagger in. Was this guy trying to find trouble with Xiao Changshan's brother? If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1044. Kicked Out 1. Although Xiao Changshan's brother had some medical skills, he was just a mortal. And this Hong Hui in front of him didn't seem weak. In the end, Xiao Changtian wasn't his match. Just as Lin Xiao was about to rush in, Lin Hai grabbed her hand. Xiao I'm telling you, you'd better not meddle in other people's business. Can the person you brought back be as strong as Hong Hui? Although the person inside was his daughter's savior, he heard that he was only a mortal. He was just a mortal. When the time came, wouldn't it be fine to just give him some money and send him away? Father, how could you do this? Lin Xiao looked at her father in exasperation. If Xiao Changshan's brother was hurt because of Hong Hui, he would not let him off easily. Xiao you have to know what that Hong Hui means to us. If we can get close to him, then we can do whatever we want in the entire Northland. Think about this matter carefully. Looking at his daughter's stubborn appearance, Lin Hai snorted coldly and glared at him. At this moment, Xiao Changtian, who was sitting in the courtyard, was attracted by the red color. Yo, I heard that you're a doctor. After Hong Hui came in, he looked at Xiao Changtian in disdain. At first he thought that he was a powerful person. He did not expect him to be just a mortal. Even if this mortal knew some medical skills, it was like heaven and earth compared to him. Who are you? What does it have to do with you whether I'm a doctor or not? Xiao Changtian frowned as he looked at the flamboyant man in red. This man in red had been looking at Xiao Changtian with such an unhappy expression the moment he came in. Of course, Xiao Changtian was not to be outdone. Who am I? Ha ha ha. If I say it, it'll definitely scare you to death. Hong Hui could already imagine the scene of Xiao Changtian kneeling down in fear. In the Jade Nether Kingdom's Hong Hui, a high-level physician. Because doctors were the rarest occupation in the entire continent, all doctors were respected. Furthermore, Hong Hui was a high-level physician. The ranks of physicians could be roughly divided into beginner, intermediate, and advanced. As for high-level doctors, they were not doctors. They were holy doctors. As for the holy doctor, there were only a few of them in the entire continent. One could count them on one finger. And the most powerful fairy doctor had not appeared for nearly 1,000,000 years. Therefore, as a high-level physician, Hong Hui was not only loved and respected by many, But he was also very popular. Over the years, countless people had wanted to invite him to treat their illnesses. It was because of Hong Hui's identity that he dared to be certain. The person in front of him would definitely wet his pants when he heard his name. Hong Hui, what kind of trash are you? Why are you pretending in front of me? Xiao Changtian had been in Yaoming for a long time, and he knew all the influential figures, but he had never heard this person's name. Therefore, the person in front of him must have thought that he was a mortal and ignorant, and wanted to deceive him. It was a pity that he was not so easy to deceive. What did you say? When Hong Hui heard Xiao Changshan's words, his face changed. Ever since he was young, no one had ever dared to speak to him like this. Xiao Changtian was the first. I said that you are trash. Why are you pretending to be an advanced doctor? It's simply ridiculous. After Xiao Changtian finished speaking, he ignored him, because he felt that talking to someone like this was a waste of time. How dare you? Who are you? How dare you speak to our esteemed guest like this? Lin Hai, who was outside the courtyard, wanted to come in and see what was going on. He did not expect to hear such a sentence after entering. This scared Lin Hai half to death. And who are you? Because Lin Hai had ordered Lin Hu to lock Lin Xiao in the house. Therefore Lin Xiao couldn't help Xiao Changtian now. Who am I? I am the master of this residence. Overgrown forest. What right do you have to speak to my Lin Manor's guests like this? Lin Hai looked at Xiao Changtian in exasperation. I'm telling you, pack up your things in 3 minutes and leave. Otherwise, don't blame me for being rude. Xiao Changtian didn't expect that this flamboyant man in red was actually their guest. The man who looked like a fierce man turned out to be Xiaoxiao's father. All right. Looking at Lin Hai's expression, Xiao Changtian felt helpless. Since the owner of this house had already chased him away, if he did not leave, it would seem that he was too shameless. Hong Hui was overjoyed to see Xiao Changtian being driven away. Brother Lin, you did the right thing. How can a mortal with no status be worthy of entering the Lin Manor? Hong Hui looked at Xiao Changshan's despondent back and became happier. The Lin family was actually one of the most powerful forces in the entire Northland. However, due to the suppression of others over the years, the Lin family had gradually fallen. This time, if he hadn't used the family heirloom of the Lin family, he wouldn't have invited Hong Hui over. Therefore this time, there must not be any mistakes. After Xiao Changtian came out, he walked aimlessly on the street. Because he had not found the location of the small town, Xiao Changtian did not know where to go. Make way, make way. Right at this moment, a rumbling sound came from behind Xiao Changtian. Wow, look, that's Mr. Peace carriage. F***ck. A carriage pulled by so many auspicious beasts was too scary. A huge carriage sped away from the distance. The carriage was not pulled by a horse, but an auspicious beast that could fly in the sky and walk on the ground. The person sitting on it was none other than Pai Xiu, whom Xiao Changtian had not seen for a long time. After Pai Xiu arrived, he quickly completed Xiao Changshan's mission. He would take all the sects and whatnot in these places under his command. Moreover, because of this matter, he had earned a lot of gold coins. Therefore, Pai Xiu was now hugging the woman in his arms and chatting with her with a smile. Damn it! So what if you're rich? Xiao Changtian didn't have time to dodge this thing. The water in the puddle beside him was poured onto his body. F***ck. How uncultured. I hope your son doesn't have an asshole. Xiao Changtian cursed as he watched the carriage leave. He was really unlucky today. First, he was chased out by the Lin family, and then he was drenched in water by this damn person. Pai Xiu, who was sitting in the carriage and teasing a woman, suddenly felt his body tighten. Hiss, why do I have a bad feeling? After Xiao Changtian finished cursing, he walked aimlessly on the street. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1045, Random Mission 1. Why is it so lively up ahead? Let's go take a look. As Xiao Changtian was walking, he suddenly saw a group of people surrounding him. Xiao Changtian struggled to squeeze to the front. We are looking for a doctor to treat the old king. As long as you have the confidence to sign up, you will be rewarded. Xiao Changtian muttered as he looked at the announcement. Ding! The system has activated a random mission. Please complete the contents of the announcement. No, can't you see that I'm already very anxious? Why are you still arranging people for me? After hearing the system's voice, Xiao Changshan's already frustrated heart became even more frustrated. After completing the mission, you will be rewarded with 5 cultivation points. Good. I will definitely complete this mission. Xiao Changtian immediately agreed after hearing that he would be rewarded with 5 points. Wait a minute, system. I want to ask, can I cure this old king? The old king only contracted some difficult and miscellaneous diseases. It's not a problem for you at all. Ha ha ha. Then didn't these 5 cultivation points come from nothing? Since he couldn't find the town now, he might as well finish this first. Immediately, Xiao Changtian followed the instructions of the higher-ups and prepared to register. Hey little brother, are you going to sign up? At this moment, the people beside him seemed to have seen through Xiao Changshan's intentions. Yeah. But brother, do you really have the confidence to cure the old king? This old country ruler's illness was not something that happened in a day or two. So many doctors had been invited, but none of them had been able to cure him. And now, this mortal in front of him actually wanted to sign up. What a joke. Ha ha ha, how would we know if we don't try? After Xiao Changtian finished speaking, he walked to the registration area. Without exception, when these people heard that Xiao Changtian wanted to sign up, their faces changed. The person in front of him was just a mortal, yet he actually wanted to sign up to treat the old king. Excuse me, are you a doctor? The person who signed up couldn't help but ask curiously. Although this guy looked like a mortal, what if he was in disguise? I am not a doctor, but I am absolutely confident that I can cure the old king. Xiao Changtian could understand these people's doubts. After all, it had been a long time since they had invited so many people to treat him, but he had not been cured. That person thought that Xiao Changtian was some hidden big shot. He didn't expect Xiao Changtian to say that he wasn't a doctor. Hey brother, let me tell you, this old country ruler's illness is not a joke. If you are discovered to be here to fish in troubled waters, then the country ruler will not let you off easily. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, that person felt that Xiao Changtian was here to cause trouble. Don't worry. I'm absolutely confident in this matter. Seeing Xiao Changshan's determination, the man didn't say anything else. After all, he was the person who was responsible for the registration of the person. Moreover, the country master was the person who was responsible for the registration of the person. He could not leave out the person who had medical skills. After a while, Xiao Changtian finally reported his name. Little brother, someone will bring you to the palace later. After everyone has arrived today, we will go together to treat the old king tomorrow. Xiao Changtian nodded. It seemed like he had somewhere to go tonight. After a while, everyone finally arrived. Thus, these people slowly walked towards the palace. Hey Dr. Li, I've heard a lot about you. Just as Xiao Changtian was the last to leave, the people in front suddenly started to chat. Ha ha ha, Dr. Wang, I've heard of your name before. It was obvious that these people were all doctors who dared to treat the old king. I wonder if these people who came this time will be able to cure the old king. Dr. Li, your rank is so high. How can you not be able to cure him? These people were all fawning over each other. Hey, have you heard? This time, the Lin family seems to have invited Hong Hui from the Jade Underworld Kingdom. What is it? The Jade Underworld Kingdom's Hong Hui, that senior physician. When they heard Hong Hui's name, their expressions changed. Yes, I heard that this time. Hong Hui is absolutely confident that he can cure the old king's illness. Doesn't that mean we don't have a chance? Why did Dr. Li say such depressing words? We didn't come here in vain to learn from Dr. Hong Hui's treatment. Ha ha ha, Dr. Wang is right. These people were talking among themselves, and no one paid attention to Xiao Changtian, who was walking at the back. After a while, these people finally arrived at the palace. All of you can stay here. Each of you will have a room. Tomorrow, someone will naturally call you to gather. After saying that, the doctors found their own rooms to stay in. Xiao Changtian found a room in the corner and stayed there. Sigh, I wonder what's the situation in that town now. How could he not find it? The secret pavilion's intelligence couldn't possibly be wrong. After returning to his room, Xiao Changtian was deep in thought. When it was time for dinner, these people gathered together again. Hey little brother, this is not a place for servants to sit. Just as Xiao Changtian sat down, the person beside him suddenly spoke. What? I'm not a servant. I came with you. Xiao Changtian looked at the man with disdain. These people were doctors, so why did they have such bad eyesight? What is it? You came with us to see the old king? When that person heard Xiao Changshan's words, he was stunned. Dr. Li, what's wrong? At this moment, the people beside him were also attracted over. He said that he came with us to see the old king. Looking at Xiao Changtian, that person's face revealed disbelief. Ha ha ha, little brother, you can't just brag like that. You'd better hurry back to where you came from. If the country ruler finds out, your outcome won't be good. When the people next to him heard this, they suddenly laughed loudly. I am here to treat the old king. Although my strength is not very strong, I am still confident in treating the old king's illness. Xiao Changtian didn't pay much attention to these people's doubts. Pahaha, Dr. Li. I didn't expect there to be such an arrogant person in this day and age. Ahaha, that's right. I didn't expect someone to be so fearless. In an instant, the faces of these people revealed their mockery towards Xiao Changtian. Hey kid, let me tell you, those people who wanted to fish in troubled waters didn't have a good ending. Are you sure you don't want to leave? In the end, a person walked to Xiao Changshan's side with a smile. You don't have to worry about this. Since I've said that I'm confident, I'll definitely be able to cure the old king this time. These people saw that Xiao Changtian was still so stubborn after they persuaded him, so they didn't say anything. In any case, they would not be the ones to suffer. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1046, It's About to Begin 1. The next day, Xiao Changtian and the others were woken up at dawn. When we go inside later, it won't be just you guys. After saying that, the person led them inside. Ruler, this batch of doctors is already ready. Alright, you can leave first. They saw that the person sitting on the high platform facing them was the king of the northern country. You people don't even know what the situation is like for the old king, right? After sweeping his gaze over these people, the ruler's eyes suddenly stopped on Xiao Changtian. Ruler, we have already understood everything. Please rest assured. However, the northern country's king's eyes only stayed on Xiao Changtian for 3 seconds before he looked away. If I find out that you're fishing in troubled waters, you won't be able to bear the consequences. The northern king's meaning was very obvious. Of course, he noticed Xiao Changtian, who was a mortal. Moreover, seeing that Xiao Changtian was dressed like a doctor, he became even more suspicious of him. Country ruler, don't worry. We definitely came prepared. That's right, ruler. You must believe us. After these people finished speaking, the northern king, who was observing Xiao Changtian, didn't see Xiao Changtian speak. Hence, the expression on his face became even more serious. Then you guys can line up first. Although the northern king suspected that Xiao Changtian was here to fish in troubled waters, he didn't react immediately. He wanted to see what this person was up to. Ha ha ha, country ruler, I'm sorry. I'm late. At this moment, Lin Hai and Hong Hui walked in. Ha ha ha, my lord, look, what kind of person did I bring you? Hong Hui, who was beside Hai Lin, smiled and nodded at the king of the northern kingdom. This is physician Hong Hui from the Jade Underworld Kingdom? The Northern Kingdom king had already gotten the news. He thought it was fake, but he didn't expect that Lin Hai would really invite him over. Yes, ruler. I am the Jade Nether Kingdom's high-ranking physician, Hong Hui. Hong Hui looked at the king of the northern country, his face full of arrogance. Wow, I didn't expect this to be the legendary Hong Hui. Oh my god. She did not expect him to be so young. Hiss. I didn't come so far for nothing after seeing Dr. Hong Hu's craftsmanship today. The people around Xiao Changtian were all very excited when they saw Hong Hui. Naturally, Hong Hui also heard these people's flattery, so his expression became even more arrogant. Ha ha ha, Dr. Hong, it's our fortune that you're here. My father is relying on you this time. Of course, after seeing Hong Hui, the Northern King was also very happy. He had always wanted to hire a high-ranking doctor to treat his father. Unfortunately, there were too few high-level physicians on this continent. Moreover, they were just a small northern country and did not have much strength. So long. Ruler, you're too polite. Don't you know that the people beside you are all doctors? Just as Hong Hui was about to turn around, he saw the group of doctors beside him. Of course, they didn't notice Xiao Changtian, who was standing at the back of the group. Dr. Hong, we are all doctors who came this time. Ha ha ha, Dr. Hong, we can't compare to you at all. You don't have to take us to heart. That's right. We can see your skills this time, so we have no regrets in our lives. Seeing Hong Hui looking at them, these people immediately said respectfully, ha ha ha, you guys don't have to be too envious. Maybe you can practice for hundreds of years and reach my level. Hong Hui looked at them arrogantly and turned around. Bah, stupid idiot, what's so great about it? Xiao Changtian also noticed Hong Hui. He really didn't expect this person to be so pretentious. Hiss, how can you say that about Dr. Hong? The people beside him heard Xiao Changshan's muttering and immediately warned him. It's fine if you don't have any strength, but you actually have this attitude towards Dr. Hong. I think you'll be thrown out later. The man glared at Xiao Changtian and then ignored him. Such a person actually has brainless fans? Xiao Changtian was speechless. Alright, you guys can come in too. At this moment, the Northern King stood up and led everyone to the main hall behind him. Country ruler, why don't we let these people go first? Hong Hui looked at the people and smiled as he walked into the hall. He wanted these people to show off his power, so he wanted these people to go first. No. Dr. Hong, we know we can't beat you. You go first. That's right. We're just embarrassing ourselves in front of you. You should go first. Yes, we're definitely wasting your time by standing in front of you. After hearing Red Soul's words, these people began to flatter her again. Then since all of you are like this, then let physician Hong Hui go first. However, my ruler won't let you all make a wasted trip. Even the king of the northern country was smiling as he looked at Hong Hui. Ha ha ha, then I'll accept your offer. At this moment in the Lin mansion, Lin Xiao looked at Lin Hu anxiously. Brother, my internal injuries are really over. This was all because of Xiao Changshan's herbs that day. Ever since Xiao Changtian was chased away, Lin Xiao had been ordered not to leave the courtyard. Therefore Lin Xiao was very anxious now. Xiao, I know that Xiao Changtian is your savior, but you can't just say things like that. How could Lin Hu not know that his sister had suffered internal injuries for so many years? At that time, even if the senior physicians were to treat the patients, they would still shake their heads. But now, Lin Xiao said that Xiao Changtian had cured her internal injuries with a little herbal medicine. Wasn't this pure bullshit? Xiao, I know you are worried about Xiao Changtian. Don't worry. Father went to the palace today, and I have already sent people to find Xiao Changtian. No, brother, I'm telling the truth. Lin Xiao was a little helpless, but this matter was indeed unimaginable. If it wasn't for the fact that her chest didn't hurt when she was angry today, she really wouldn't have realized that her hidden injury had healed. Hey Xiao, you can stay in the courtyard for now. If there is any news about Xiao Changtian, I will tell you immediately. Lin Hu said and walked out of the courtyard. His sister must have taken a fancy to Xiao Changtian. However, in the end, Xiao Changtian was just a mortal. Although he had some medical skills, he was still not worthy of his sister. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1047. Hong Hui failed 1. Meanwhile, in the Northern Kingdom, Dr. Hong, please follow me in. This time, the Northern King was very confident that he could cure the old king's illness. And the reason why he treated the old king was not because the Northern King was very filial like the rumors said. It was because the old king still had a secret that he had not revealed. Hong Hui followed the Northern King's lead and quickly walked to the innermost part. Looking at the old king lying on the bed with black eyes, white lips, and a black glabella, Hong Hui's expression immediately became serious. Hong Hui knew that the old king's condition was very serious, but he didn't expect it to be this serious. Dr. Hong, please begin. Looking at Hong Hui's expression, the Northern King knew that his father's illness would not be cured so easily. After taking a deep breath, Hong Hui slowly began to heal himself. It's starting. Quick look. All the people outside the curtain went up to him, wanting to take a good look at Hong Hui's medical skills. System. If that Hong Hui manages to cure the old country's attending physician, will my mission be considered complete? Ding. Host overestimates Hong Hui's ability. He can't cure the old king. The system's cold voice sounded without hesitation. Haha, then there's going to be a good show. After a quarter of an hour of treatment, the old king's pale face finally recovered. There's really hope. That was great. That's great. The country ruler at the side also looked at this scene excitedly. Puff! At this moment, the old king spat out a mouthful of blood. He vomited blood. It seems like he's really going to recover. Ha ha ha. I didn't expect Dr. Hong's medical skills to be so superb. That's right. I've benefited a lot from seeing Dr. Hong treat patients today. The people outside the curtain naturally noticed the situation inside. Because before, no matter who came to save him, the old king did not have any reaction at all. But now, he had vomited blood, which meant that there was really hope this time. However, just as everyone thought that they were about to succeed, Hong Hui broke out in cold sweat. He knew that the blood he had just spat out was not a good sign. Sure enough, in the next 4 hours, the ruler who was lying on the bed and being treated did not get any better. Instead, his face became paler and paler. Looking at this scene, Hong Hui's expression became uglier and uglier. Damn it. In the end, Hong Hui stopped what he was doing with a gloomy face. Because if this continued, the old king's life might be in danger. Dr. Hong, what is going on? The country ruler at the side also realized that something was wrong. The old king's physical condition is much worse than I imagined. He could not be saved in a short period of time. Hong Hui, who had been so confident just now, felt a little embarrassed. Who would have thought that the old king would have such a reaction? Sigh, Dr. Hong, I've really troubled you this time. There was some disappointment on the king's face. Wasn't this Hong Hui an advanced physician? Why couldn't he save the old king? Could it be that this matter was really going to end like this? How is Dr. Hong? That's right. Looking at your appearance, the old country ruler shouldn't be a problem. These people couldn't see what was going on inside because of the curtains. However, facing these people's questions, Hong Hui ignored them expressionlessly. Looking at Hong Hui's appearance, the people present were a little confused. Country ruler, why don't I give it a try? At this moment, Xiao Changshan's stiff voice rang out in the crowd. Looking at Hong Hui's expression, Xiao Changtian knew that what the system said was true. However, this high-level physician was really trash. He couldn't even treat this. Who is this person? F***CK, does this person want to die? This person is simply too reckless. When they heard Xiao Changshan's words, everyone's expression changed. Naturally, the newly arrived lord heard this, including Hong Hui, who had an ugly expression. You again? When Hong Hui saw that it was Xiao Changtian who spoke, his face turned even uglier. Do you know what this place is? How dare you behave atrociously in this place? Looking at Xiao Changtian, Hong Hui was furious. Ruler, why don't you let me try? I'm very confident that I can cure the old ruler. However, Xiao Changtian did not bother with Hong Hui. Instead, he looked at the northern king with a serious face. F***ck, damn brat, you actually didn't listen to me. Hong Hui didn't expect that this damned person didn't even put him in his eyes. Ruler, don't bother with him. I know this person. This person is a liar. He was chased out of the house by Lin Hai the day before yesterday. Is that so? Originally, the face of the North Country's national leader was not too good, but after hearing Hong Hu's words, his face became even uglier. What do you mean yes or no? At this moment, a voice suddenly came from outside the door. Mr. Pai, why are you here? The person who came was none other than Pai Xiu, who had been standing at the door just now. Because this area should have been completely controlled by Pai Xiu. Pai Xiu was about to inform the Northland King that he was ready to leave. Unexpectedly, she saw a familiar figure just as she reached the door. Originally, Pai Xiu did not take him to heart. Just as he was about to step in again, Xiao Changshan's voice sounded. This scared Pai Xiu so much that his heart was about to jump out. He didn't know why his master was in this place. And he didn't expect that blind person to actually dare to go against his master. Therefore, he immediately stood up. Can't I come over? Pai Xiu glanced at the king of the northern country and snorted coldly as he looked at Hong Hui. What's wrong with this person? How can you be so disrespectful? When Hong Hui saw how the northern king treated him, he knew that the identity of this man in front of him was not simple. Mr. Pai, this person is here to cause trouble. I've been in contact with him from the beginning. He's definitely not a good person. Before the northern king could speak, Hong Hui spoke first. Pa, did I let you speak? Just as Hong Hui finished speaking, Pai Xiu slapped him. You. Hong Hui did not expect that this person would dare to hit him. Instantly, an incredulous expression appeared on his face. If you dare to say anything else, it won't be as simple as a slap. Looking at Pai Xiu's actions, the king of the northern country swallowed hard. Skin. Mr. Pai, this is a high-ranking physician from the Jade Underworld Kingdom. Although he knew how powerful Mr. Pai was, he was still a high-level doctor. No one would dare to offend him. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1048, Awake, 1. He a high-ranking physician? What rubbish is that? Pai Xiu didn't even look at him, because compared to his master, everyone else was trash. This. The northern king looked at Mr. Pai with a troubled expression. Stop talking about this and that. Hurry up. Pai Xiu said impatiently, after glaring at the king of the northern kingdom. Mr. Pai, you might not understand, but this matter isn't as simple as you think. That's right. If we let the strange person succeed, then the old king might not be able to do it. Mr. Pai, you have to be careful about this. The surrounding doctors looked at Pai Xiu and advised him. Pa. However, what they didn't expect was that just as they finished speaking, Pai Xiu did not hesitate to give them a few big beatings. You guys are really king full of nonsense. If I say I'm going, then I'm going. I'll tear your mouths apart. They didn't expect Mr. Pai to have such a bad temper. This was a suggestion from the bottom of their hearts. Xiao Changtian looked at Mr. Pai and felt pleased. This Mr. Pai was too exciting. She had to thank him properly later. It seemed that not everyone in the Northland was stupid. Ha, then let's go in first. Xiao Changtian looked at these people with satisfaction and walked in without looking back. Damn it! I want to see what this guy can do. Although Hong Hui was furious, he didn't dare to resist because Mr. Pai was too powerful. Then, Hong Hui followed in unwillingly. Although he didn't dare to resist, he could see how Xiao Changtian would lose face. This Xiao Changtian definitely couldn't wake the old king up. At that time, he would see what Mr. Pai had to say. When the others saw Hong Hui walk in, they followed him in one after another. They had the same thoughts as Hong Hui. Sigh, this is going to be difficult. The northern king looked at the scene with a worried expression. This time, he had offended them all. That Xiao Changtian looked like a half-baked person. When the time came, Xiao Changtian would definitely slap Mr. Pai in the face. Mr. Pai had offended a senior doctor. Country ruler, you don't have to worry about this. My master will definitely be confident. Pai Xiu glanced at the Northern King and did not say anything else. But father's illness can't be treated so easily. What did you say? However, just as the Northern King was about to say something, he suddenly heard his master. That person was Mr. Peace Master. Did he hear wrongly? Li, the one inside is your master. The Northern Country King asked again with uncertainty. What's there to be surprised about? On this continent, if my master's medical skills can be called second, then no one dares to call themselves first. After Pai Xiu finished speaking, he focused his attention on looking inside. He wondered if his master had recognized him. That was not right. How could someone like master not recognize him? That meant that master definitely had a plan. Yes, that must be the case. In that case, when master came out later, it was better not to tell him. Ruler, I hope that you won't speak of this matter, let alone show it. Then, Pai Xiu instructed the Northern King beside him. Yes. Although he did not know what they were up to, the Northern King did not dare to disobey. If Mr. Pai was so powerful, then wouldn't his master be heaven-defying? How could he treat Mr. Peace Master like this? He deserved to die. The people inside didn't hear their conversation. They were all focused on Xiao Changshan's actions. Originally, they thought that Xiao Changtian would lose his horse. However, they didn't expect Xiao Changshan's technique to make them more and more confused. Puff! Just as everyone was concentrating, the old king suddenly spat out a mouthful of black blood. The black blood was very different from the white blood of the red ghost. How is this possible? How could he force out the poison in the old king's body? Hong Hu's face turned even uglier when he saw this. That was because he had wanted to force the poison out of the old king's body. However, he did not expect that he would actually force out a mouthful of the old king's blood essence. It's moving. It moved. The old king has moved. At this moment, the fingers of the unconscious old king suddenly moved. Phew! After a while, Xiao Changtian finally stopped what he was doing. Cough, cough, cough. Just as Xiao Changtian stopped, the old king suddenly sat up and spat out a few mouthfuls of black blood. What's wrong with me? After vomiting, the old king slowly opened his eyes and looked at the people around him. Old king, you're done. That's impossible. When the surrounding people saw the old king open his eyes, they were so shocked that a thunderclap rang out in their minds. Xiao Changtian used a technique that they couldn't understand. He had saved the old king, who had been unconscious for such a long time. This was simply a fantasy, too unbelievable. Hong Hu's expression turned even uglier when he saw the old king wake up. This person, how could he be so strong? This was impossible. This is impossible. At this moment, no one cared about Hong Hui at all. Everyone's eyes were attracted by Xiao Changtian. Old king, the poison has caused you to faint, but you are fine now. I have already forced the poison out of your body. You just need to rest for a few days, and you will be able to recover completely. Looking at the old country ruler, Xiao Changtian smiled. It's you, doctor. Thank you. Thank you for saving me. When the old country ruler heard that he had been poisoned, his expression changed. He had no idea how he had fainted. It's just a matter of convenience. You don't have to be too polite. Old king, lie down first. We will go out first. After that, Xiao Changtian turned around and walked out. The people standing on the spot could not react at all. Everything felt like a dream. Hey you people, don't disturb the old king's rest. Xiao Changtian didn't care about these people. If they were placed on him, he would just be completing a mission. These people were not worth his attention at all. Father actually woke up. When the Northern King, who was standing outside, saw this scene, he was so shocked that he stood rooted to the ground. I told you master's medical skills are the best in the world. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1049, Benefactor 1. Ruler. The old ruler has already woken up and needs to recuperate. I don't think you will have any objections now, right? Xiao Changtian walked out and nodded at Pai Xiao. This time, if it wasn't for Mr. P's help, he might not have been able to help. I told you, Master must have recognized me. Seeing Xiao Changtian nod at him, Pai Xiao understood. Master must have some plans, and he couldn't disturb him. Expert, you are the real expert. Forgive me for being blind just now. I really deserve to die. After the Northern Kingdom's king saw the Xiao Changtian come out, he walked forward. Pa. After the Northern Country king finished speaking, he even slapped himself twice. Impossible, how can this guy be so powerful? Country ruler. This person must be playing some tricks. Unable to accept the truth, Hong Hui walked out and shouted, Pa! This time, the king of the Northern Country slapped him without hesitation. Who do you think you are? He actually dared to shout here. This was a true expert. An advanced physician, like you couldn't even be considered trash. The right side of Hong Hui's face was swollen from the slap. The left side of his face that was slapped by the Qilin just now had not recovered yet. Therefore, Hong Hui now looked like a pig head that was causing trouble. You guys, you will definitely regret this. Hong Hui shouted angrily. Even though Hong Hui was shouting and making a scene, the Northern King did not really cause any substantial harm to him. If they really killed him, the power behind the high-ranking physician would definitely not let them off so easily. Meanwhile, Lin Hai, who was waiting outside the door, only learned of the news inside now. You is what you said true? Are you lying to me? However, he only knew that Hun had failed, but he didn't know that Xiao Changtian had succeeded. Brother Lin, listen to my advice. You must be careful when doing things. This time, you're really finished. That person had heard it clearly from inside just now. That big shot had been chased out of the Lin mansion by Lin Hai. He didn't know why this Lin Feng was so blind. Wasn't this just picking up a sesame seed and throwing away a watermelon? Moreover, looking at the country ruler's angry appearance, the Lin family was completely finished this time. The Lin family had already been suppressed by others in the entire northern country. This time, he thought that he could make a comeback, but in the end, it was such an ending again. Oldly, isn't what you're saying too serious? Isn't it just that he couldn't be cured this time? I believe that with Dr. Hong's standards, it definitely won't be a problem. Looking at the person in front of him, Lin Hai frowned. This Oldly was really not a good person. He actually cursed him to be finished. Hey brother Lin Hai, you'll know later. After that person finished speaking, he turned around and left. Bah! Lin Hai, won't be finished no matter what. However, just as Hai Lin finished speaking, he saw Hong Hui walk out with a pig head. This, Dr. Hong, what happened to you? Realizing that something was wrong, Lin Hai immediately ran to Hong Hui. Get lost. It's all because of you. Looking at Hai Lin, Hong Hui's anger grew. If it wasn't for Lin Hai inviting him over, he wouldn't have made such a big fool of himself. If this matter were to spread back to the Jade Nether Kingdom, where would he put his face? No, what's going on? Lin Hai, who was dumbfounded, did not know what exactly happened inside. At this moment, the Northern King was looking at Xiao Changtian with a fawning expression. Ha, Mr. Xiao, why don't you stay here for the night so that I can write a negative for you? Xiao Changtian was a big shot in front of him. He had to do everything he could to curry favor with him. The old king's condition has stabilized, but there might be some accidents. Since that's the case, he'll stay here tonight. Because he had not found any news about the spirit tree seed, he had no other place to go. Ahaha, Master Xiao. We were all blind to talk to that Hong Hui. Yes, Master Xiao. We were bewitched by that Hong Hui just now. Master Xiao, we were all bewitched just now. Don't take it to heart. For Xiao Changtian, how could he not see this? Xiao Changtian was much stronger than Hong Hui, so he was most likely a saint-level physician. It was extremely rare to see a saint-level physician on the entire continent. And now, they were actually able to meet here. However, they were all blind and didn't recognize Xiao Changshan's ability. Humph! You people get lost quickly. Don't be an eyesore here. As soon as these people finished speaking, Pai Xiu rolled his eyes impatiently. These people were really fence-sitters. Why was that arrogant aura from before gone? Get lost. The Northern King also agreed. Haha, expert, don't pay attention to these people. Cough. Cough. Son. At this moment, the old king who had just laid down shouted at the Northern King. Father, how are you? Do you feel better? Much better. I feel like I can walk now. Quickly call my benefactor in. I want to thank him properly. The old king's expression was much better than before. Old king, I've already said that there's no need to thank me too much. Saving you is just a piece of cake for me. No, benefactor. In the end, you saved my life. Don't worry. If you have any instructions, you will definitely let my son do it. The old king lay on the bed with an excited expression. Oh right, son. I feel that my poison this time is very likely to have been planted in Cloud Sky Town. Just as the old country ruler was talking about Cloud Sky Town, Xiao Changtian suddenly raised his head. Old king, did you just say Cloud Sky Town? Wasn't Cloud Heaven Town the town that Xiao Changtian had been looking for these few days? Yes. But why did I hear that your Northland doesn't have such a small town after asking around for so many days? Xiao Changtian felt strange. Could it be that there was a secret behind this? Benefactor, to tell you the truth, it's very normal that you can't find out from ordinary people. Because only people like us know about this place, and it's not made public. The old king slowly said, That's right, master. Only our special teleportation formation can enter that small town. Ordinary people don't know about it at all. The Northern King also agreed. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1050. How could this be one? Within the demon race, after the devil seal was restored, he prepared to leave. This time, when I go back, I will definitely bring back an expert. At that time, Xiao Changtian will just wait for death. After saying that, Emojin disappeared. Actually, there were rules in their space. He couldn't enter and leave that space casually. As for a small invisible existence like the magic seal, no one paid attention to him at all. Therefore, this also provided him with very favorable conditions to come here. Then welcome senior brother here. Emo Yen and Emo Shen watched Emojin leave. Since Xiao Changshan's devil seal couldn't do anything to him, then there was no need to mention them. He could only pray that Xiao Changtian wouldn't cause trouble in the next month. At that moment, Xiao Changtian was staring at the old country ruler. Benefactor, could it be that you want to look for something inside? The old king seemed to know what Xiao Changshan's intentions were towards Cloud Sky Town. That's right. The spirit tree seed is in Cloud Sky Town. I'm here to find the spirit tree seed. Xiao Changtian didn't hide his purpose, because he knew that these people would definitely not snatch the spirit tree seed from him. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the old king sighed heavily. Old king, don't tell me that there is something that is difficult for you to say about that place? Xiao Changtian was a little confused. Cloud Sky Town was actually hidden so deep. What was inside? Benefactor, it's not that I don't believe in your strength, but I still advise you to give up. The old country ruler sighed heavily. You old man, this is simply too exaggerated. Qilin looked at the old king with disdain. Was there anything more powerful than master in this world? A benefactor, you must believe it. You have to know that there's a very terrifying thing inside. If it wasn't sealed inside, I'm afraid the entire Northland would have been razed to the ground. The old country ruler looked at Xiao Changtian and said earnestly, System, is this old king really that powerful? Xiao Changtian was a little confused, so he couldn't help but ask. The old man is just hallucinating. Don't take his words to heart. The host can easily deal with the thing inside. The system's voice seemed to have given Xiao Changtian a dose of tranquilizer. Xiao Changtian, who was originally a little scared, calmed down completely. Old king, don't worry. No matter how powerful that thing is, it's not my match. Because the system had said so, Xiao Changtian was very confident. Sigh, master, my father is also thinking about your life. The Northern King felt helpless. Since benefactor insists on doing this, then let's go. Since Xiao Changtian was so confident, it meant that Ken was prepared. It was useless for him to stop her. All right then, why don't you come with me to rest first? You've been tired for so long. They had spent most of the day looking at the old king. It was time to go back and rest. However, just as the northern king brought Xiao Changtian to the door, Lin Hai walked over fearlessly. Ruler, what is the situation with the old ruler inside? Why was Dr. Hung beaten up like that? Obviously, Lin Hai didn't know what was going on. Humph, you still have the cheek to ask. Seeing Lin Hai, the king of the northern country rolled his eyes. If it wasn't for the Hong Hui that he found this time, he wouldn't have offended an expert. Sai ruler, I really don't know what's going on. However, just as Lin Hai turned his head, he saw Xiao Changtian behind the northern king. Yo, what are you doing here? Hee, wasn't it enough that I chased you out of our Lin manor back then? He even came to the palace to embarrass himself. The moment he saw Xiao Changtian, Lin Hai's eyes were filled with disdain. Pa! Lin Hai had just finished speaking when the northern king slapped him. In an instant, 5 or 6 of Lin Hai's teeth were knocked out. Country! King you! What do you mean? Covering his swollen face, Lin Hai was dumbfounded. What was wrong with the country ruler? Why did he treat her like this? He didn't know anything at all. What do I mean? Look at yourself. How dare you speak to our distinguished guest like this? The lousy doctor you invited is simply trash, and the one you chased away is a hidden expert. After he finished speaking, the northern king glared at him fiercely. What is it? Country ruler, are you mistaken? He's just a mortal that my daughter picked up from the forest outside, who knows some medical skills. Pa! However, just as Lin Hai finished speaking, the northern king's slap came again. Shut up and come over and raid the Lin family. At the same time, banish all their family members to the border and never come back. He didn't dare to offend Hong Hui easily, but he still had a lot of authority in the Lin family. Country ruler, don't. Country ruler, this is impossible, this is impossible. However, Lin Hai still wanted to struggle, but he was dragged away by the guards. Sai ruler, since he made the mistake alone, then let him bear the responsibility alone. There's no need to implicate others, right? When Xiao Changtian heard this, he thought of Lin Xiao from the Lin mansion. After interacting with Lin Xiao, Xiao Changtian knew that the girl was a good person. Expert, you're still the broad-minded one. Men, pass down the message. Other than Lin Hai, the others don't have to be sent to the border. However, the Lin family still wants to take a copy. Xiao Changtian did not have any objections to the northern king's decision. Senior, you should have a good rest tonight. Tomorrow, father will take you to that place. Yeah, have a good rest. Pai Xiu also said. Oh, right, I have to thank Mr. Pai for this. Xiao Changtian bowed to Pai Xiu. Hiss! When he saw his master bow to him, a bolt of lightning instantly rang out in Pai Xiu's mind. What did the master's bow mean? Why was his master bowing to him? Something was not right. This was simply a huge piece of news. No, he definitely could not stay here any longer. Nothing. I'll be leaving first. Pai Xiu was frightened by Xiao Changtian, and didn't dare to say anything more. He smiled and ran away. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1051, Cloud Sky Town 1. At this moment in the Lin Manor, seeing Hong Hui and Lin Hai walk in with swollen faces, the people of Lin Manor were so shocked that their jaws almost dropped. Dad, what's wrong with you? Lin Hu walked out in surprise. Why was it that after a trip to the palace, not only was his father beaten up like this, even the senior physician Hong Hui was beaten to such a state? What was going on? The king has ordered. Lin Manor was confiscated, and Lin Hai was banished to the border and never returned. Just as Lin Hu was in shock, the father-in-law beside the northern king suddenly appeared at the door. Damn it, how unlucky! Hong Hui glared at Lin Hai, and went into the house to pack up. What was going on? Why did it become like this? Lin Hu looked at the eunuch in disbelief. Ha ha ha. Lin Hu, if you want to know why, you have to ask your good father. Men attack. Looking at Lin Hu and the others, the eunuch did not have the slightest sympathy. These people had brought this upon themselves. Father, is it because of Xiao Changtian? At this moment, Lin Hu suddenly thought of something, and his eyes widened in disbelief. How did you know? As expected. As expected, little sister didn't lie to me. What little sister said was true. Pa. Recalling what his sister had said, Lin Hu couldn't help but slap himself. Why didn't he believe what his sister said? His sister was telling the truth. Now their family had fallen to such a state. He also had an unshirkable responsibility. On the other side, Xiao Changtian was not thinking about anything else. Xiao Changtian had a good sleep after moving into his room. On the second day, Xiao Changtian was led by the Northern King to the teleportation formation. Expert, you must be extremely careful this time. We have no control over the situation inside. Before they left, the head of the North Country urged earnestly. Don't worry. Xiao Changtian waved his hand and disappeared from the teleportation array. Sai benefactor, you're actually so stubborn. Seeing Xiao Changtian disappear, the old country ruler, who was standing at the side, also felt a little sad. Because he had been there before and knew that it was extremely dangerous. To put it bluntly, his benefactor was a very, very powerful doctor. However, he was only good at medicine. He observed his cultivation, but he did not find any fluctuations. That meant that his benefactor's strength was not good enough. Father, it seems that we can only erect a monument for the expert in advance this time. Yes, my benefactor saved me, although there's a 99% chance that my benefactor won't be able to come out this time. We have to complete this last bit of work. Sai, that's right. Father, if we can't even handle this last little thing for an expert, won't we be a joke if word gets out? Xiao Changtian, who was inside the formation, was teleported to Cloud Sky Town. Hiss, this town doesn't look small. Looking at the small town that was as big as a city, Xiao Changtian sighed. However, he immediately entered. Xiao Changtian was walking in the small town. Looking at the people coming and going around him, he felt that something was wrong. Why are these people acting as if they were prearranged? It looks strange. Finally, Xiao Changtian said what was wrong. Forget it. I must be too nervous. The system had already said that this was nothing to me. Xiao Changtian found a tea house and sat down. Sect Master, are you really sure that the person who came in this time can help us? Not far away, there was a woman and two men. These three people were here to follow Xiao Changtian. Let's try. What if we succeed this time? The woman in the lead smiled. After that, the woman flew towards the tea house where Xiao Changtian was sitting. Bang! Suddenly, a woman stood in front of Changtian, who was drinking tea. Seeing the woman looking at him, Xiao Changtian cautiously moved to the side. When the woman saw him, she also moved away. Xiao Changtian looked at the woman, took a deep breath and narrowed his eyes. Then he stood up and sat at another table. No way. In broad daylight, you wouldn't have met a female hooligan, right? Thinking of the way that woman looked at him, Xiao Changtian felt a chill down his spine. Although he had to admit that he was very handsome, and countless girls would be tempted when they saw his face. However, this was the first time he had met such a bold female hooligan. The woman in front of him was extremely beautiful and had a perfect figure. Calling her a female hooligan was a little inappropriate. However, Xiao Changtian also didn't know what that woman wanted to do. Bang! However, just as Xiao Changtian sat down at the table, the woman came to him. No, big sister, what's the matter? You're quite scary like this. In the end, Xiao Changtian couldn't help but look at the woman. Don't be afraid. I'm here to ask you for help. No, there are so many people here. Why are you only looking for me and not the others? However, just as Xiao Changtian finished his sentence, a long sword fell on his neck. How dare you? How dare you speak to our sect master like that? The man glared at Xiao Changtian. Suyu, don't be so impulsive. After the man put down the knife, the woman smiled apologetically at Xiao Changtian. Haha. Xiao Changtian could tell that these people weren't good people. I'm looking for you this time, because of something very important. The woman looked at Xiao Changtian sincerely. I want you to be my husband. Puff. When the woman said this, Xiao Changtian spat out the tea in his mouth. Cough, cough, cough. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you clearly just now. What did you say just now? Xiao Changtian felt that he must have been hallucinating. You. The two men saw Xiao Changtian spit on the woman's face. In an instant, a wave of anger rose. Don't cause trouble. After glaring at them fiercely, the woman wiped her face. I said, I want you to be my husband. The woman repeated what she had just said. Ha, 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 beauty. Your joke is not funny at all. After Xiao Changtian finished speaking, he turned around and wanted to leave. These people were really ridiculous. He actually made such a strange request. Although she was very good-looking and sounded like a sect master. However, she was still not worthy of him. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1052, Agreed 1. Why didn't you agree? The woman glared at Xiao Changtian. As long as you're willing, you can ask for anything you want. Moreover, this time, I'm only letting you be my husband in name. There's no need for us to make any substantial progress. The old man that this woman found last time was very useless. He had just brought the old man back when he was poisoned to death. Now another one had finally arrived. No matter what, he had to seize the opportunity. However, just as Xiao Changtian was about to refuse suddenly, he saw the spirit tree seed hanging on the woman's waist. Hiss, why is the spirit tree seed on her? Xiao Changtian frowned as he stared at the spiritual tree seed on her waist. He didn't expect the spirit tree seed to be with this woman. Now he had no choice but to agree. I can promise you that. However, after this is done, can you give me the spirit tree seed on your waist? Deal. As long as this matter can be successfully completed, this spirit tree seed will belong to you. The daughter did not expect that this mortal would actually want this spirit tree seed. However, this spirit tree seed was not very important to him. Even if it was given to this person, there was no harm. Since you've agreed, I'll tell you about our specific situation. The woman looked at Xiao Changtian and began to speak. This town isn't a real town. It's an environment created by that old monster. We were dragged into this by chance. From then on, we couldn't get out even if we wanted to. Fortunately, for some reason, I became the sect master of the stone sect. That old monster is in the stone sect. I want to break the illusion here and escape, but the old monster can always notice the movements inside. Hearing this, Xiao Changtian nodded thoughtfully. So, you want me to be your shield? You're right. I discovered a pattern. As long as I stay with outsiders, this old monster won't be able to monitor my movements. This way, I can set up an array formation to destroy this illusion. So, after you go back, you have to think of a way to let the old monster know that the two of us are really together. After listening to the woman's explanation, Xiao Changtian nodded. All right, I'm Xiao Changtian. What's your name? My name is Yindo. Then let's hurry up and set off. After all, if he quickly helped this woman complete her mission, he would be able to obtain the spirit tree seed earlier. Yindo chose Xiao Changtian because he saw Xiao Changshan's mortal cultivation. When the time came, he would be more obedient. Yindo brought Xiao Changtian and soon arrived at Stone Sect. The sect master is back. The sect master is back. Look, why did the sect master bring back a man? That's right. Hurry up and tell the ancestor. When Xiao Changtian saw these people, he immediately held Yindo's hand. You lecher, what do you want to do? Yindo's body trembled, but he didn't shake off Xiao Changshan's hand. Although she was not used to it, she still endured it when she saw so many people in the distance. As for Yindo, no man had ever held her hand since she was young. Please, since you want to pretend, then you have to pretend a little more. If we don't even hold hands, how can others believe that we're a couple? Xiao Changtian was speechless. Yindo awkwardly looked at Xiao Changtian holding her hand and walking over. Sect Master Yun, who is this man? That's right. We've been in the stone sect for so many years, but we've never seen you touch any man. The eyes of everyone present were filled with curiosity, even though they were all puppets made by that old monster. However, perhaps because their levels were too high, these people also had a little bit of their own consciousness. Cough cough, everyone, don't be suspicious. That's right, Endowda's husband. Xiao Changtian said without hesitation. What is it? The sect master's husband? That's impossible. That's right, what's this kid pretending for? Ha ha, how much did this kid drink? He's actually so drunk. Isn't he just a mortal? That's right. He's just a mortal. Is he worthy of sect master Yin marrying him? After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, all the people present revealed mocking expressions. Aya, let's not bother about him. When our ancestor comes later, he will definitely chase him away. At this moment someone said, That's right, sect master Yin. When the ancestor comes later, you have to protect this pretty boy of yours well. Just as that person finished speaking, a black figure appeared in front of everyone. The ancestor is here, the ancestor is here. Bang! What exactly happened? Why are they all making a ruckus here? The old ancestor looked at the people present with a gloomy face. Ancestor, look, the man beside sect leader Yin is the husband that sect leader Yin brought back. The lackey at the side immediately ran to the ancestor's side and explained. Bang! After hearing this, the old ancestor's walking stick hit the ground hard. There's actually such a thing. Yundo, tell this seat, what exactly is going on? The old ancestor looked at Yundo and Xiao Changtian with a gloomy face. However, when he saw Xiao Changtian, his face was full of disdain. She had thought that Yundo would bring back some powerful people to cover for her. He did not expect to bring back a mortal this time. Ancestor, this is my husband Xiao Changtian. At this moment, Yundo was also sizing up the old ancestor. When he saw the old ancestor looking at Xiao Changtian with disdain, he finally heaved a sigh of relief. Then how are you going to prove that he is your husband? The old ancestor looked at Xiao Changtian and didn't want to make things too difficult for him. This was because a mortal like him was not worth his time at all. When Yundo heard this, she was very nervous, because she really had no way to answer this question. However, if the ancestor became suspicious because of this, then it would all be over. Isn't it easy to prove that I'm her husband? Xiao Changtian laughed after hearing this. Xiao Changtian seemed to have sensed Yundo's nervousness. You guys don't know, right? On the left side of Dauda's, but there's a big monkey. When Xiao Changtian finished his words, everyone fell silent. You. Even Yundo was shocked, speechless. She really didn't expect Xiao Changtian to say that. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know, report, so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1053, Ridiculous 1. How about it, everyone? Any other opinions? Xiao Changtian looked at the crowd and smiled. He knew that Xiao Changtian would definitely ask such a question and give such an answer. No one present could refute him. Did they want Yundo to take off his pants for them to see? Alright. In that case, you can make your own arrangements. The old ancestor looked at Xiao Changtian with disdain and left. Damn it. This kid was simply too arrogant. That's right. I told you I didn't like this kid. Although Xiao Changtian had managed to avoid the old ancestor's trouble, however, the people present hated him. Although Yundo wanted to say something, she eventually shut her mouth. Although Xiao Changshan's words were very vulgar, it still shut up these people's mouths. Then, Yundo brought Xiao Changtian to his courtyard. In order to stop those people's rumors, you can stay in the courtyard next to mine for the next few days. Aya, what's the big deal? For Xiao Changtian, it didn't matter where he lived now. In any case, his ultimate goal was to obtain the spirit tree seed of the kidney bean. However, you don't have to worry. There's a secret room below my room. We need to go through the secret room to the back mountain to set up the formation. Xiao Changtian nodded his head indifferently. In the next few days, Xiao Changtian began to live in the yard. The news had spread throughout the stone sect. The sect leader Yin they admired had actually found a pretty boy, This was something that many people in the stone sect could not accept. Therefore, these people would come to find trouble with Xiao Changtian. Sigh. If we just stay here and study the formation, will Xiao Changtian be bullied to the point that he can't take it anymore? Yundo, who was setting up the array in the depths of the back mountain, had already expected that the people of Stone Sect would definitely make things difficult for Xiao Changtian. Sect Master, you don't have to worry too much. To put it bluntly, he's just a mortal. Even if he can't take it anymore and runs away, it won't be a loss for us. Yeah, the next time you find someone, just change the reason. He's just a mortal. Sect Master, the most important thing for us now is the array formation in front of us. If this array formation is completed, we can definitely save that person. The two men beside her saw Yundo's expression and tried to persuade her. Yeah, he's just a mortal. That's all he has to us. The reason why they didn't escape in the illusion wasn't because they didn't know that there was a teleportation array outside. It was because the teleportation array could only be used by specific people. Even if the three of them tried their best, they could not activate that teleportation array. Therefore, in order to not be oppressed here, these people could only try to break through this mystic realm. And this array formation that broke the mystic realm was not something that could be completed in a day or two. At this moment, Xiao Changtian was sitting in the courtyard. He didn't pay attention to those people who came to cause trouble. Instead, he enjoyed it happily. Even if that person was cursing outside the courtyard, Xiao Changtian could only block his hearing indifferently. Those who were delivering food to Xiao Changtian even spat on his food. Xiao Changtian didn't pay much attention to all of this. Caw, caw, caw. On this day, Xiao Changtian was basking in the sun in his courtyard. Suddenly, a huge crow flew across the sky. The crow kept circling above Xiao Changshan's courtyard. Yo, I've been able to get a bird out of my mouth these past few days. I didn't expect you to give me a bird so soon. These 2 days, because Changtian knew that those people had tampered with his food. Therefore, Xiao Changtian didn't even touch the food that they sent over. He had only gathered some dry rations in his space. How could dry food be as delicious as fresh food? At this moment, the crowd standing in the distance saw the crows in Xiao Changshan's courtyard and laughed heartily. Ha ha ha, look, even Senior Black Crow can't stand it anymore. That's right. Even Senior Black Crow can't stand it anymore and wants to punish that Xiao Changtian. This huge black crow was no ordinary demonic beast. Instead, it was their stone sect's divine beast that had protected the sect for 1,000,000 years. The black crow had protected the stone sect for so many years. Even the most powerful expert could be easily taken down by him. And now, Xiao Changtian was no match for him. Now that Senior Black Crow had made a move, let's see how Yundo could help Xiao Changtian. Previously, they didn't dare to bully Xiao Changtian too openly. And now, this was called justice from the heavens. Xiao Changtian was prepared to die. At this moment, Xiao Changtian had managed to dig out a simple bow and arrow from the space with great difficulty. Sigh, I'll use this thing to make do for now. Although this bow and arrow was a little crude, it should not be a problem to shoot down this crow. The crows in the courtyard seemed to have seen through Xiao Changshan's plan. However, it did not panic. Instead, he looked at Xiao Changtian with a mocking expression. A small mortal holding an incomplete bow and arrow. Could it be that he wants to shoot me down? Ha ha ha, it's really ridiculous. Pa. However, before the black crow could finish his sentence, Xiao Changshan's arrow pierced through its body. In an instant, the black crow fell in a straight line towards the courtyard. This black crow did not understand what was going on even until he died. Sigh. Why does the sky look so big when it flies in the sky? There's not much meat when it comes down. Picking up the dead crow on the ground, Xiao Changtian felt a little regretful. This little bit of meat was not even enough to fill the gaps between his teeth. Forget it. This is better than nothing. The people outside did not notice what was going on. Senior Black Crow disappeared in an instant. Aya, it seems that Xiao Changtian has been dealt with. Ha ha ha, that's right. Looks like our sect master doesn't have to marry that kid anymore. Everyone who didn't know the truth was beaming with joy. The three people in the back mountain did not know about this. Black Crow. Black Crow was actually killed. Who did this? The moment the Black Crow died, the old ancestor sitting in the room opened his eyes. Although the entire Cloud Heaven town was under his control, he could not see the outsider clearly. It can't be that he was killed by that mortal? That's impossible. This was impossible. Forget it, I'll go and take a look first. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 1054, Bad Luck 1. After a while, the old ancestor slowly walked over with a walking stick. Ancestor. Ancestor. When everyone saw the old ancestor, they all greeted him respectfully. What are you all gathered here for? Glancing at these people, the old ancestor slowly asked. After all, these people already had their own will, so they were no longer puppets. Ha ha ha, ancestor, we just watched a good show. Yes, ancestor, you don't know, but just now Senior Black Crow rushed in. Ancestor, at this moment, the pretty boy that the sect master brought back has probably been swallowed by Senior Black Crow. These people rushed to narrate what had happened to their ancestor. The Black Crow rushed into the human's courtyard? No wonder he couldn't sense the Black Crow's aura. It turned out that the Black Crow was not dead. Although I don't know if the sect master will be sad. That pretty boy isn't worthy of the sect master at all. He might as well die. That's right. I think so too. The old ancestor looked at Xiao Changshan's courtyard and snorted. This time, he actually made a wasted trip. How unlucky. I still have one more thing to announce. From today onwards, I will be in seclusion for a period of time. During this period of time, no one is allowed to disturb me. You guys pass this on to Yundo. After the old ancestor finished speaking, he slowly walked back. At this moment in the back mountain, the three of them focused on fiddling with the array in front of them. It shouldn't be long before it's done. Yundo wiped the sweat off his forehead. He wondered how that mortal was doing in the courtyard. Hee, sect master. You don't know that we've found the right person this time. Although that mortal doesn't have the strength, his mental state is very strong. There are many people outside who target him, but he doesn't care. The man's words stunned Yundo. Unexpectedly, that pretty boy seemed to be of some use. In that case, let's go back tomorrow. Because of Xiao Changshan's cover, they had been here for so long. If he didn't go back now, the other people in the sect might become suspicious. At this moment, Xiao Changtian was enjoying the roasted crow in his hand. Yes, it's delicious. It seems that I can't just stay in this courtyard in the future. Xiao Changtian vaguely remembered that when he came here, there was still a mountain behind the stone sect. When he had nothing to do, he could go inside and get some wild game. The next day before dawn, Xiao Changtian got up and went to the back of the mountain. Xiao Changtian woke up very early every day because he had been too relaxed these past few days. As for the other three, they sneaked back through the secret passage before daybreak. However, just as they returned, they felt that something was wrong. Sect master, have you been preparing the dowry these 2 days? Yundo had just stepped out of the door when she heard the questions of the other people in the sect. Yundo nodded expressionlessly. However, after Yundo nodded, the people around him looked at him with a faint smile. What do these people mean? Seeing these people looking at him with such gazes, Yundo was a little puzzled. A sect master, this matter is for you. Sai, forget it. You'd better go to your xiaobai. No, I should take a look in my husband's room. These people were very happy about Xiao Changshan's death. Yundo was dumbfounded. Therefore, Yundo did not hesitate and quickly walked towards Xiao Changshan's courtyard. Kacha! Xiao Changshan's courtyard wasn't locked. What's wrong with these people? Why is it so strange? Yundo did not know what these people were trying to say. However, the moment she walked in, her eyes widened in shock. There was a pile of bones scattered on the ground, and there were a few black feathers beside them. Not far away, there was a pool of dried blood. This, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. Thinking of what those people had said just now, Yundo felt a sudden clap of thunder in her mind. Hiss! Sect Master, my condolences. Ah, that's right. Sect Master, don't be too sad. My condolences. The two people who followed them looked at the situation in front of them and instantly understood what was going on. How could they not know the strength of the Black Crow, and that Xiao Changtian was just a mortal? It could be seen from the few black crow feathers on the ground. At that time, Xiao Changtian really wanted to escape from the black crows. However, the pile of bones showed that Xiao Changtian had failed. Sigh. I didn't expect that no one could escape this ending. In the end, Yundo sighed heavily. He didn't know why, but he hadn't been in contact with Xiao Changtian for long. However, Yundo was still very sad when he saw Xiao Changtian die. However, Sect Master, don't be too sad. Anyway, we only have one last step in our formation. That's right. When we can get out, we won't let this brother's life go to waste. When I came here just now, I heard that the ancestor has been in seclusion for the past 2 days. When Yundo heard the word seclusion, her eyes lit up with hope once again. On the other side, Xiao Changtian was strolling in the mountains. He had been wandering around for a long time, but he had not found anything delicious. If it wasn't a skinny wild rabbit, it would be a dumb donkey that didn't look very smart. He did not know how these things became like this on the back mountain. Sigh. I don't think that woman will go back in the next 2 days. I'd better stay here for 2 more days. There was nothing to eat when they went back. At that moment within the demon race, the demons were much more peaceful. If they could last another month, their demon lord would wake up. I wonder how Senior Brother is doing. It had been several days since they had left the Devil's Seal. Mo Yen and Mo Shen were very anxious, because before he left, Mo Jin told them that he would bring help back in less than a week. It had already been more than half a week, but there was still no movement from their senior brother. Mo Yen, don't worry too much. There are still a few days left anyway. On the other side, Mo Jin had just sneaked back into that space. Phew, luckily I was careful. Otherwise I would have been caught. This was because no one knew that he had sneaked back this time. I have to hurry and find Big Brother for help. Soon, the magic seal arrived in front of a very luxurious stockade. Please help me inform them that little Jin is here to see Big Brother. Mo Jin didn't dare to be too impudent towards this Big Brother of his. That was because this Big Brother's strength was not ordinary. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. You're tuning in to the Li Mei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.